the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. Dylan Reynolds performing the national anthem this evening here at PNC Park. Now it's time for baseball in Pittsburgh. Cubs, Pirates, Pat, Ron, next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Live in the Chicagoland area? Get all the Cubs games on the Odyssey app. AUDACY.
And they're out of here. If a Cubs pitcher strikes out 9 players during a regular season home game, Tito's Handmade Vodka will donate $250 to Paws Chicago, up to $10,000 per year. As one of the largest comprehensive no-kill animal welfare organizations in the nation, Paws Chicago continues to build programs to end the killing of homeless pets. Cheers to the home team with Tito's. And let's hear it for the Cubs. Distilled and bottled by Fifth Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
The winning lineup for your home starts with the appliance experts at Grand Appliance. With premium brands like Bosch and Thermador, Grand Appliance can help your home perform like an all-star. Appliance experts at Grand Appliance. With premium brands like Bosch and Thermador, Grand Appliance can help your home perform like an all-star. And with fast delivery, professional installation, and of course, the lowest prices every day, Grand makes it easy to upgrade your home with the latest appliance innovations. Shop grandappliance.com or one of their 12 Chicagoland locations to learn more. That's Grand Appliance, Chicago's hometown appliance leader since 1930.
Chicago weather is tough. Your home siding should be tougher. Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
Hey Cubs fans, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer here. This Cubs season, listen to the Cubs in crystal clear FM quality on 104.3 The Score.
It's got a chance! Gone! Pete Crow Armstrong with a long home run.
104.3 The Score.
Presented by the official sports book of The Score. Circa Sports, betting the way it should be with no bet fee.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is presented by ZipRecruiter. Find out why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/team.
And now, Odyssey and 104.3 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Gone! 3-run homer, Ian Happ. Swinging a line drive base hit. He has done it. Pete Crow Armstrong has hit for the cycle. Bush drives one in the air. This ball's got a chance. Gone! This is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on The Score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by the Volvo XC90, Benny's Beverage Depot, Benjamin Moore, Grand Appliance, James Hardy Building Products, Laturo Tire, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, Old National Bank, Sea Glass Wine, Sloan, Southwest Airlines, Xfinity, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from PNC Park in Western Pennsylvania. It's time for Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between a couple of old rivals, the Chicago Cubs and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Good evening, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. Zach Zaidman working alongside. It's a beautiful summer night here in Steeltown. Temperature in the low 70s. Cubs coming off a big win last night and here in Steeltown. Temperature in the low 70s. Cubs coming off a big win last night in extra innings 3-2. And tonight they'll try to make it 2 in a row over the Buccos. Paul Skeens is pitching for the Pirates. Shota Imanaga, the left-hander, starting for the Cubs. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups for tonight's game. The lineups are brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Leading off for the Cubs in center field is Pete Crow Armstrong. Seiya Suzuki in right. Michael Bush at first. The cleanup man is Alex Bregman at third base. Ian Happ, the Pittsburgh native, in left field. Batting 6th and playing second base, Nico Horner. Pedro Ramirez, the designated hitter. Dansby Swanson batting 8th and playing shortstop. And batting 9th and catching, Miguel Amaya Jr. Those are the Cubs. Here are the Pirates. Jake Mangum will lead off in center. Nick Gonzalez at second base. Brian Reynolds in left. The right fielder is rookie Esmeralyn Valdez. Batting 5th and playing first base, Ryan O'Hearn. Marcel Ozuna, the designated hitter. Jared Triolo batting 7th and playing third base. Jacob Gonzalez at shortstop. And batting 9th and catching for Pittsburgh, Henry Davis. So there you have the lineups. Game time temperature, it's a warm but not oppressively warm evening. 81 degrees, a little on the humid side, but it's a good night for a ball game. Game time temperature is sponsored by Four Seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. Cubs occupy the first base dugout here in Pittsburgh, wearing their gray shirts and trousers, red numbers on their backs, blue hats, helmets, sleeves, and socks. The Pirates in their home whites. They've got the white shirts and the white trousers and black shirts tonight, black hats and gold numbers. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. We are ready for baseball. Ronnie and I return to get it started for you right after this on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Alex Bregman. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
You're on a nighttime drive, windows down in the city. Playlist hitting, vibes immaculate. You're just getting ready to take a left turn when...
Hey, I'm walking here.
Okay, valid reaction. Let's run that back. This time, you pay extra attention and spot the pedestrian at the crosswalk. You ease off the gas, come to a complete stop, and wait for them to cross.
Hey, thanks.
Stop for pedestrians. It's not a game.
It's game time. That makes it the perfect time for a Yingling Flight. Got just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Packed with flavor, Flight is the next generation of light beer. From the oldest brewery in America, look for Flight wherever you buy beer. Patrick, we had a very good pitcher's duel of the starters yesterday. We had a very good just baseball game yesterday. Cubs come out on top. A very nice win for them. And now you got another really good pitcher's duel again tonight.
Absolutely right, Ron. And I was thinking earlier, I think the later you get into a season, when you're in a pennant race, and both of these teams are, I think the wins become a little sweeter at the end of the night and the losses a little more agonizing.
Yeah, I would agree to that, absolutely. Especially in a game like last night where your starter, and you could say that for both teams, really kept you in the game and really pitched well. And so to win that game is huge, and to lose that game is a tough one when you go home, especially the way the Pirates lost last night.
Paul Skeens is on the mound tonight, last year's Cy Young Award winner. Very big man. I had forgotten how large he was. Ron, 6'7", 260 pounds. He's a big human being.
Yeah, he is. Hard thrower. You know, he's going to be up in the high 90s. Very good. He's got all the pitches, too. I mean, when you look at his pitch selection that he has to choose from, he's got like 7 pitches. But lately, it's been much more fastball, breaking ball, and kind of shelving some of the other pitches. We'll see what we get tonight.
Cubs leadoff man is Pete Crow Armstrong. We are ready for baseball. The big right-hander Skeens, as the audience is quiet all of a sudden, delivers. First pitch in for a strike, and away we go. The home plate umpire is Corey Blazer. Jensen Visconti working at first. Second base umpire Andy Fletcher. He's also the crew chief, by the way. Alex Tosi will make the calls at third. Pete lines one into shallow left field. That's going to be in there for a base hit. Soft line drive the other way. Didn't try to do too much with it, Ron. It's a leadoff base hit.
Yeah, it looked like a little off-speed pitch down and away, and Pete just serves it towards left. Didn't hit it great, but it's a base knock, and that's always good for the Cubs to start with Pete on base. That always is an issue for the opposing pitcher.
Pete at first, nobody out. Here is Seiya Suzuki. And Pete takes off early, and the throw goes to second base, and it's not in time. A low throw. The second baseman had to backhand the ball, and it took him off balance and out of the picture. And a very unusual and surprising stolen base by Pete Crow Armstrong right away. He stole it while the pitcher was in the set.
He took off, so obviously the Cubs think that Skeens, once he comes set and looks once, he's not going to look again. Pete has stole a base, and there hasn't been another pitch thrown since his at-bat. You don't see that too often.
Seiya Suzuki will swing and miss. Pete is full of surprises, though. He continues Ron to do things that you just have never seen other guys do. What a talent he is. Pete at second. Now let's see if Suzuki can, at the very least, advance the runner to third. Whenever you're facing a guy like Skeens, I think early in a game you have a tendency to play for one.
Yeah, you in this ball game, when he's on the mound, you just hope you get one, and you try to keep just getting one.
Swing and a miss, 1-2 on Suzuki.
He's just tough. He hasn't been invincible this year with 8 losses and a mid-3s ERA, but he is capable of throwing an absolute gem any night.
The big right-hander comes set, glances back at Pete, and the pitch. Strike 3 call. Breaking ball got him looking. Suzuki out number 1. Pete Crow Armstrong still at second, and the batter is Michael Bush. Leadoff man, as we said, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot with that base hit by PCA. Benny's will donate $200 to service dog charities. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Let's see if Michael Bush can drive in the game's first run.
I don't think I've ever read the stolen base read before a pitch has been thrown to the leadoff hitter after he get on base, but stolen bases are sponsored by Atturo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Get called safe at AtturoTires.com as that ball's fouled off to the left. Find your tires at Atturo.com.
I'm thinking about the steal again. Skeens was in a set, and he was being yelled at by his teammates. He's going. Here comes the 1-1. On the way to Bush, a long set by the big right-hander, and the pitch pulled foul. It's 1-2. And he whirled around and threw to second, but it was not a good throw, and the second baseman, Gonzalez, had to backhand the ball, come off the bag, and get out of the area where he could easily make a tag on Pete Crow Armstrong, who slid in with the stolen base.
Yeah, kind of a crazy, odd play, but it worked for the Cubs.
Now the 1-2, here's a pickoff throw to second, not in time. All of the infield is in the shade. Left field and center in sunshine. Right field is shaded. The lights are on. Tonight's game being powered by ComEd. Here's the pitch. Low and inside in the dirt, dug out skillfully by Davis. And the count 2-2.
Another little breaking ball down and in. First inning, powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
The announcement of the umpires, as always, sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. No score, top of the first. Bush swings and misses, strike 3. Off-speed pitch. It seemed to be breaking away from him, a little bit of a screwball action. Out number 2.
Yeah, that was either a changeup or a split. He's got both. And that was a good pitch. It started out on the plate and just kept going off the plate away to Michael Bush.
So it's up to Alex Bregman. Cubs had PCA at second with nobody out, and now Bregman will try to drive in the game's first run. Alex, 0-for-3 in last night's series opener. Big crowd here at PNC. I don't see a whole lot of empty seats anywhere. Plenty of Cub fans are here. The 1-0. Swinging a drive toward right center. Pretty well hit on the run. Mangum back toward the track. Makes the catch. The center fielder, after a long run, hauled it in near the warning track in deep right center. And the Cubs squander a good scoring chance. No runs on a hit, a man left after a half. Cubs nothing, Pirates. Coming up on The Score.
Here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
They call this one Bill.
Whoa, aliens? Am I in a spaceship?
Affirmative, Bill.
What's with the laser saw?
An Xfinity mobile transmission says you can cut your bill in half.
Oh, your mobile bill, not me, Bill.
Xfinity Internet members, cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Restrictions apply. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
Hey, Chicago, Coom here. Stats don't lie. Want MVP numbers in a light beer? That's Yingling Flight. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, refreshing. That's elite efficiency. Other beers, padding stats with extra carbs, no flavor. Care about your beer stats? The choice is obvious. Yingling Flight is dominating. Numbers don't lie, Chicago. Yingling Flight, the next generation light beer. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Oh, yeah!
That couldn't have been
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed. Yeah, a.k.a. you're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that.
The more you Bosch.
Chest, brother. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch. Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Imanaga ready to go to work on the mound. The left-hander delivers. First pitch to Jake Mangum is fouled away. Zach Zaidman working alongside. He'll chime in every now and again. Lots of other baseball games took place earlier today and are taking place tonight. Cindy Boyden, our engineer, at the controls. Sellout crowd at PNC Park. Mangum takes outside. Ron, as you think about Shota Imanaga facing these Pirates tonight, what's on your mind?
Well, I just think for Shota, it's command. Command of the fastball being one. He did not use his fastball nearly as much in his last start as he has in the past.
Swing and a miss.
And we'll keep an eye on that. But the it's no secret around the league. His sequence, for the most part, is fastball, up, and then split finger. So we'll see how that works tonight.
Is a very quiet windup. Always starts in the set position and then delivers. Here's a bouncing ball to short. Should be routine for Swanson. It is, to get a hustling Mangum, and that's out number one. And it brings up Nick Gonzalez.
That's that fastball we were talking about, up and in the strike zone to Mangum, and he just hits that routine two-hopper to Swanson. Speed Gun tonight, powered by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. That last fastball was 92 miles an hour.
Nick Gonzalez hitting .312, 6 home runs. This is a good offensive team the Pirates have. Pitches outside. They also have both a second baseman and a shortstop named Gonzalez. Nick plays second base. Jacob plays shortstop. They are not related. The Allegheny River flowing out beyond the right center field fence. The yellow Clementi Bridge, which connects this part of Pittsburgh to downtown. Here's a bouncer out to second, charging his Horner, gloving it. Little lob toss to first in time. Shota gets the first two Pirate hitters. Scoreless game, first inning, 2 down the batter, Brian Reynolds.
Feel like a Bosch prediction brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Feel like a Bosch. Now, yesterday you were feeling Boschish, and you were right on the money. You called the Cubs win to start the series. And you are right on. So, partner, Bosch away.
Bounce to third, a charging Bregman gloves it. Throws to first to get him. Beautiful play by Bregman. Boy, did he get rid of that ball quickly. It went from glove to bare hand to being on its way to first in the wink of an eye. Beautiful play. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, but somebody feeling Boschish. And at the end of 1, no score. Cubs and Pirates on the score.
On 104.3 The Score. Take your taste buds to the candy shop with the irresistible taste of cotton candy extra strength 5-hour energy shots. A delicious swirl of vanilla with a sweet but sugar-free fruity twist. Plus the classic 5-hour energy blend of B vitamins, nutrients, and caffeinated kick. Don't miss out on a perfectly sweet and impossibly nostalgic treat. Get your cotton candy extra strength 5-hour energy shots today. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
All my life, my mom sacrificed for our family. So when she needed a liver transplant and I learned I was a match, I didn't hesitate to be her donor. Northwestern Medicine made the process seamless for both of us, including speaking to my mom in Spanish.
Top 10 in the nation for transplant volume, Francisco's living donor team removed part of his liver for his mom's transplant. Northwestern Medicine has saved the most lives through organ transplant in Illinois and its surrounding states. Northwestern Medicine. Better. Learn more at nm.org/transplant.
Chicago weather is relentless. The ice, the snow, the summer humidity. Your home's exterior can take a beating. What if your siding was made to stand strong through it all? Hardy Fiber Cement Siding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's jameshardy.com.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit benjaminmoore.com today.
Cubs and Pirates are scoreless.
Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit benjaminmoore.com today.
Ready to go to work on Ian Happ. Ian 1 for 4 in the series opener, takes a strike. Regarding the Bosch prediction, Ron, I'm going to say this is going to be one of your pennant race, grinded out ball games, and I think neither starting pitcher will have a decision.
Wow, okay.
Here comes the 0-1. Happ takes low and in.
That sounded like the great Karnak prediction there many moons ago.
A little too much detail, maybe?
No. Far be it for me to tell you that there's too much detail in a game, in a broadcast. You got the HOF after your name. You do whatever you want.
Ian Happ swings and misses, and they count 1-2.
I just was saying that's one of them predictions. That's a good one.
Well, we'll see how it turns out. It may or may not. And the pitch to Happ, fouled away. Happ, Ron, I was reading about an impressive streak he's got going. In games at PNC Park, he's reached base 42 consecutive games.
Yeah, how about that?
That's the longest streak that any player has ever had in the history of this ballpark in games at PNC. Fastball is inside, and that obviously applies to Pirate players and visiting ball players.
Yeah, pretty amazing. That's a big number, that's for sure. Because he's out in front by quite a bit, actually.
This park opened in 2001, so 25 years worth of ball games. Fastball away, 3-2. Skeens kind of looked away like he was disgusted at himself for not having better command on that last pitch.
Yeah, it kind of flew open. The front side flew open. The arm didn't catch up. Pitch well up and away.
Full count on Ian Happ leading off the second inning. Drives one foul off to the left out of play.
And when you're a really good player, you can make the adjustment immediate. He went right back to the fastball and stayed closed and threw a really good fastball inside to Ian.
And the next pitch pulled foul. That was a sharp breaking ball, breaking low and in. Ian just did make contact on that one. It says 97. I guess maybe that was a fastball, but it looked like it had some movement.
Well, what he does, Pat, is he pitches from that third base side and he steps. So he by the time he releases the ball, he's cross-firing the ball because he's such a big guy. So he does get movement going in on the left-handed hitter.
Now the payoff pitch again. Happ takes strike 3, called a backdoor breaking ball. Before Horner steps in, we step away 10 for ID. You're listening to The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Talk Cubs on Rahimi, Harrison, Grody, middays 10 a.m. to 2 on 104.3 The Score. This is the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network, WSCR, WSCR FM, and HD1, Chicago.
Skeens with 3 strikeouts after facing just 5 batters. Nothing game here in the second. Nico Horner takes a strike. Skeens making his 9th career start against the Cubs. We saw him in his debut, and I bring that up because Nico Horner took him deep in his debut right here at PNC. A couple of years ago, it was a Saturday afternoon. We had a long rain delay in that game. Cubs would lose in extra innings. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss by Nico Horner. But that's one of those things you can put on your belt. A guy wins a Cy Young Award, and you say, yep, I took him deep in his debut. I sure did. Sure did. Here's the 0-2. Low and outside for a ball, 1-2.
Defensive alignment, that's sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment, material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Outfielders today, not much wind to speak of, and it's a warm night. Outfielders will play deep tonight. Ball should carry.
Nico hits a foul off to the right. Of course, Ron, thinking of having something on your belt. Your first big league home run was against a Hall of Famer, a guy by the name of Randy Johnson.
Yeah.
That was at the Metrodome some years ago. The 1-2 pitch, little pop fly, foul, playable for Davis. The catcher makes the play. Another breaking ball. And that's out number 2. Nothing game. Second inning, the batter, Pedro Ramirez.
That was a really good slider by Skeens. Nico does a great job always staying on the pitch. And that ball started out up and in the strike zone and just kind of slid across the zone. And, I talk about this on occasion. It's like Nico ran out of bat. The bat came through and was finishing and just popped it out.
Skeens to Pedro Ramirez inside. Skeens overall has had a good but not a sensational season. He's 9-8 with a 3.43 ERA. He has won each of his last 3 starts. Ramirez swings and misses.
Pirates earlier in the season had some defensive issues too, and it seemed like Skeens was the bad luck guy for a lot of that early in the year.
Now the 1-1, swing and a miss. I was reading a note, Ron. It almost sounds impossible, as good as he is. He lost 6 consecutive decisions in May and June.
Yeah.
Over a 9-start period, he was 0-6 with 3 no decisions.
How about that?
Hard to imagine.
Right.
Scoreless game, second inning, 2 down, nobody on. The 1-2 pitch. Ramirez strikes out swinging. Skeens struck out the side. He's fanned 5 over the first 2 innings. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. Nothing game. Cubs and Pirates
on 104.3 The Score. Plumbing emergency? Chicagoland depends on Plumbers 911. Licensed professional local 130 plumbers are available 24/7 for fast, reliable help. Call 833-PLUM-911. Local 130 plumbers get the job done right the first time.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal, too. Right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid.
Nice.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus $1,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Santa Fe. Or get up to $3,000 total savings on the Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid. Offer ends August 3rd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Don't miss the Toast of the Game, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot, when we celebrate the game's greatest moments and players. Benny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Did you know you could earn up to $600 when you open a checking account at Old National Bank?
$600? You could do a lot with that. Like tickets to somewhere warm?
Now boarding for Miami.
Or tickets to your favorite band.
Or tickets to your favorite band in Miami.
Boom! Now you're talking.
Earn up to a $600 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Additional restrictions apply. Visit oldnational.com/checking. Offer valid through October 30th, 2026. Member FDIC.
Shop Grand Appliance for expert advice, fast delivery, professional installation, and of course, the lowest prices every day on top brands like Bosch. Visit grandappliance.com for full details. Of course, the lowest prices every day on top brands like Bosch. Visit grandappliance.com for full details.
On Friday, August 14th, the Cubs take on the Cardinals at 1:20 in the afternoon. Up to the first 5,000 early arriving fans in the Budweiser bleachers. 21 and older will receive a Cubs 1980s replica jersey presented by Budweiser. Be sure to arrive early. Pat?
All right, Zach, thank you. Zach Zaidman will be along in the 5th inning to work with Ron. He'll chime in every now and again on the out-of-town scoreboard as we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Shota Imanaga has missed the first 2 pitches to Valdez. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Inside, ball 3. Esmerlin Valdez off to a great start in his big league career. He was 0 for 4 last night, but he's had 34 RBIs in his first 35 games. Now the 3-0 is a strike 3-1.
Yeah, he has been off to just an incredible start. When you look at the number of at-bats, games played, and the 34 RBIs. Impressive.
Let's see if Shota can come back and get him. He misses outside, ball 4. It is a leadoff walk. And the batter, Ryan O'Hearn. Not much wind. It's not a bad night. It's actually 81 degrees. It's a perfect summer night for a game. It's a little humid, but not oppressively so. And a great crowd here at PNC. The pitch in there for a call strike. O'Hearn had a couple of hits last night, 2 for 4. Having a good year, quietly run. This guy's driven in 64 runs. Yeah. Bush holding the runner Valdez at first. O'Hearn takes outside a bender, 1-1.
Yeah, you get a couple of these guys that continue on this pace and, end up with right around 100 RBIs, a couple of them, and then you get a Valdez who's having a great rookie campaign for the last month and a half. This is with this pitching staff, this is going to be a tough team if they get into the playoffs.
Curveball is outside. Two and one on Ryan O'Hearn. Keep an eye on Valdez at first. Not running the pitch. Line to right, coming in is Suzuki, making the catch at knee level, moving toward the right field line. That ball looked like it was sinking and dancing a little bit. Not what you would call routine, but a nice play by Suzuki for out number 1.
Yeah, line drive bullet with top spin going out to right. Suzuki starts in and then has to go to a little bit towards the line to make the catch. And as you said, about knee high, that was not an easy play.
Scoreless game, 2nd inning. Marcell Ozuna, the batter. Veteran designated hitter, taking high. Ozuna hitting only .203. 8 home runs, 28 runs batted in. He just hasn't gotten untracked. He got off to a very slow start in April. But they've stayed with him. There is a fastball taken up high.
Yeah, he has been a very productive hitter for a long time. And this is just very odd to see him struggle like this.
He's got that lime-colored sleeve on his right arm. Fly ball to center. Should be routine for PCA. He makes the catch. And that's going to be out number 2. Again, center field and left center in sunshine. The rest of the field is in the shade. All of the infield, all of the left field line, and all of right field is shaded. like Pete had a little issues reading that ball off the bat.
Yeah, I think it's once it got up above the stadium and it got into that setting sunlight is what I think it was. And the ball was in it and then out of it. He made the play, but not an easy play.
Jared Triolo, the batter, a pickoff throw to first, not in time. Bush saving what would have been a wild throw, and I'm looking at the area where that ball was headed. That would have maybe been a two-base advancement for Valdez.
Yeah, for Shota, you don't need to throw over anymore. His lead's so short, just let him stay there.
Fastball is taken high. Sometimes it's almost a feeling that a pitcher will throw over just to kind of get rid of some nervous energy. You might just be a little uptight for a second, and you do that to relax.
Yep. Or the other thing, too, is you're not quite sure what you want to throw, and it just buys you a little time. That's exactly right.
There is a pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. Big hole on the right side of the infield. Warner playing almost directly behind second. Bush holding Valdez at first. Triolo, a right-handed batter, will hit a high fly ball into center field. It's deep, but it's playable. PCA is there, slightly toward left center, gloves it to end the inning. The leadoff walk does not come back to haunt Imanaga. We go to inning number 3. 0-0 game on the Score.
Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
For over 60 years, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept Illinois and Wisconsin moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service featuring Heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by Heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
Every small business owner dreams of hitting a home run. For me, that home run was finding Gusto, the online payroll and benefits software built for small businesses. Gusto is all-in-one, remote-friendly, and covers all your bases. You can pay, hire, onboard, and support your team from anywhere with unlimited payroll runs and no surprise fees. Go to gusto.com today and see why over 500,000 small businesses call Gusto their MVP. That's GUSTO.com. Gusto.com.
When you're injured on the job, you need more than just a workers' comp lawyer. When you need a fighter, you need us. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, for the people.
Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Come see what's happening in Greater Des Moines, where every weekend feels like an event. The nationally ranked Downtown Farmers Market, the iconic Iowa State Fair, the award-winning Des Moines Arts Festival, and Hinterland, one of the Midwest's can't-miss music festivals. Add in an iCubs game, a tenderloin as big as home plate, and a few surprises along the way, and suddenly your trip is whatever you want it to be. Des Moines, it's a trip. Make it yours at CatchDesMoines.com.
Who's on first? Southwest Airlines, ranked first among U.S. airlines by the Wall Street Journal. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings, see southwest.com/WSJ. The Wall Street Journal. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings, see southwest.com/WSJ.
Dansby Swanson's on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Pat?
Okay, Zach. Dansby Swanson in the box. We'll take the first pitch low and outside from Paul Skeens. Swanson 1 for 4 last night, but it was a big one if you were with us. A 10th inning RBI single that drove in a very important insurance run. And now the 1-0 low and outside. The more we watch this new format, Ron, with the courtesy runner at second base in extra innings, I'm convinced the key is getting a second run in the top of the 10th.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You got to play. If you're the visiting team, and talking with managers and people around the league, you really do. You play for 2 runs if you're the visiting team in extra innings.
Skeens missing outside 3-0. Skeens at 34 pitches so far after 2+ innings. Dansby taking all the way. It's ball 4, up and in. A 4-pitch walk. Skeens has struck out 5 and now walked a man. So very few balls have been put in play as Miguel Amaya steps in.
This third inning is brought to you by Consumers Credit Union, the people in your corner who stand up for you wherever you go.
Pitch on the way. Miguel takes low for ball one.
I would say Skeens isn't quick to the plate, but he's not real slow either. He's a big guy, as you said. Pat 6'6", so it's got to, he's got to unfold a little bit to kind of get his body throwing. So Dansby could take off here.
As you say that, a wild pickoff throw down the right field line. Dansby might be able to go to third. He's around second. He's going to make third easily. As the throw comes in, that could be a key play. I noticed that earlier run when the Cubs were on defense. If there is a wild pickoff throw, it'll do just what it did on this particular play. It'll hit that fence and carry him down the right field line, and it just takes a long time to go retrieve it.
Yeah, this ball goes way down the line, and Dansby cruises into third and actually rounded third base. So the Cubs catch a break with the error on Skeens.
It's 1-0 on Amaya with a chance to drive in the game's first run. He swings and fouls it away, a breaking ball.
Pirates playing the infield in now. Dansby, I don't think will be going on contact with nobody out. Matter of fact, I'm almost sure of it with the infield in.
E1 on the wild pickoff throw, by the way. And the pitch up and in for a ball. Errors by the opponents, Ron and Zach. Sponsored by North Shore, the MVP of adult diapers. For even the heaviest control problems, visit northshore.com. That pitch grazed Amaya in the arm. So he's hit by a pitch. All of a sudden, the Cubs with a walk, a throwing error, and a hit by pitch have men at first and third. Nobody out, and the top of the order, Pete Crow Armstrong batting. This is a big spot.
Yeah, it really is. Amaya didn't move out of the way of that little slider, and it just barely clipped him.
Pitch to Pete. Changeup is low for ball one. What are you thinking if you're Pete?
If you're Pete, you're looking to do damage. You've got a hit already. You go ahead and have your at bat. And, you get a pitch you can hammer it.
Infield back, Cubs at first and third. Swing and a miss by Crow Armstrong. Pete had a soft single to left and stole a bag in the first, but he was stranded.
He got a fastball inner half there. That was power against power. Pete with a big swing.
Cub fans ready to make some noise. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That was 98 mph. Now let's see if Pete can put the ball in play. Two of the best young players in the game facing each other right here. Skeens and Pete Crow Armstrong. And if they both stay in the same division, they're going to have some tremendous battles in their careers. Here comes the 1-2. From Skeens, crowd quiet all of a sudden. The pitch, fastball just a bit high. That was 96 mph, took a little something off.
Yeah, it's a good take by Pete. This pitch just barely up. And that's been the key to his, kind of taking off this season, is just getting strikes.
Ball 3-2 now. Would you send Amaya or not?
I would not. And the reason why is Skeens is such a strikeout guy.
Yeah.
You get the strikeout throw out.
The stretch. And the pitch. Pete takes strike three call. Pete is out on strikes. And as you predicted, Ron, Amaya not running, so he is still at first. Swanson still at third, one down, and Seiya Suzuki is due up. Skeens with his fifth strikeout of the game. He's only faced 10 batters. Infield back. Swinging a smash foul past third. Might have been a broken bat.
Yeah, a little inside slider, and Seiya got on it, but broke his bat. Jammed him. Pete frustrated with himself in that last strikeout. He got a fastball up in the zone, but in the zone. And I think he was expecting to get something off speed, and Skeens through the heater. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Okay, ready for the resumption of play now. Runners lead first and third. Suzuki will take a strike. And the count 0-2.
Got to put this ball in play if you're Seiya. Counts 0-2. You're really going to try to just make sure you make contact. There is a big hole on the right side if he gets another slider away.
The pitch just outside. The Pirates are going to challenge that
Pitch
call.
throw the ball to catch the challenger.
Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Is a fastball away after 2 sliders. See what we get.
Ball's over third. Pitch a strike. 2 minutes.
It is a strike, and Suzuki is called out. And that's out number 2. Back-to-back called third strikes. Suffered by both Cor Armstrong and now Suzuki, and it's up to Michael Busch. Big spot in this game right now. Scoreless game, third inning. Runners at first and third. Busch swings and misses. Swanson leading in foul territory at third. Amaya, a very short lead at first. And the pitch, and Busch swings and misses. Another off-speed pitch, a sweeping curveball.
Back-to-back breaking balls from Skeens to Michael Busch.
Scoreboard telling the fans to make noise. 2 outs, 2 on, 2 strikes on the batter. Scoreless game, third inning. And the 0-2. Swung on, hit in the air to center. Going back is Mangum. Mangum on the track makes the catch. Mangum did not get a good jump on that ball. He lost it in the sun. But he made the adjustment, ran back, staggered a little bit, but caught the ball on the warning track and walk away empty-handed. Middle of the third, 0-0 game on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Join us for some Cubs talk to start your day. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
At some point in the day, everyone is a pedestrian. So when you see someone walking or biking up ahead, slow down and give them space. Share the road. It's not a game.
A tradition of excellence over 150 years in the making. At Busey Bank, we're committed to building relationships that span generations. Wherever your journey in life leads you, we are with you along the way, creating a legacy for you and your family. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Rev up the rewards at the pump with Club Citgo. Find exclusive ways to win big from sweepstakes to daily deals. Download the Club Citgo app. Savings good up to 30 gallons only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Hey, baseball fans, step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports is sports betting the way it should be, with no bet fees in Illinois. Circa Sports brings you player-friendly pricing, enhanced in-game options, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Bottom 3, Cubs and Pirates are scoreless. 79 degrees, partly cloudy here in Pittsburgh. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fees. Pat?
All right, Zach. Jacob Gonzalez first up. He'll take ball 1 from Shota Imanaga. The next pitch in there for a call strike. It's time for us to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Gonzalez did not play last night. Takes outside. I was thinking about the Cubs' opportunity in the top of the inning run against Skeens. First and third, nobody out, top of the order up. It looked for sure like the Cubs would get something out of it, but That, I think, is one of the differences between the elite pitchers and everyone else. The fact that it looks like you have a great scoring chance, there's absolutely no guarantee you're ever going to get a thing against a guy like that.
Yeah, he makes, he walks Dansby on 4 pitches and then throws the ball away trying to pick Dansby off and then clips Amaya with a little slider.
Strike 3 call. Jacob Gonzalez out on strikes. Strikeout number 1 for Shota. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers, Ron. Brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
But guys that are elite and are strikeout guys, all of a sudden he just bared down. And he strikes out both Armstrong and Suzuki looking. So, Bushy put a good swing on that ball and hit it to the track and straightaway center. But, you put it this way, you earn your runs against Skeens, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Henry Davis, the batter, takes a strike. The diminutive left-hander Shota Imanaga deals the ball drilled foul. Well, let's make our picks in the attendance game, the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. I'm going to help you guys out. I don't normally do that, but the capacity here is 61,000 fans.
Now, are we at Heinz Field or are we at PNC?
So I just wanted to give you that insight, and now you're more comfortable to make your guesses, sort of.
Yeah.
Davis waits for the 1-2. Fly ball, right field, shallow. Angling in toward the line is Suzuki. Routine play. Out number 2. Shota has not yet given up a base hit. Scoreless game, bottom of the 3rd. The batter, Jake Mangum.
I can make the first guess if you'd like. I will say 39,000 fans today.
I will say 39,593. 39593. Mangum, the leadoff hitter, bounced out to short his first time. The only blemish in the first 3 innings against Imanaga was a walk to Valdez to lead off the second. Otherwise, he's retired every batter he's faced. Fastball in on the hands, fouled away. Good pitch. What do you like on 0-2?
I always like when Shota's ahead and he's throwing a fastball in the at-bat to go to that split. Get a little timeout. Mangum going back for some pine tar or some kind of stick 'em spray.
Pirates occupy the third base dugout here. We mentioned not much room in foul territory here. In that regard, it really is a good hitter's park. But I think the outfield plays fair. You got an enormous alley in left center where it's 410, the deepest part of the park. 375 to right center. That's a good place to hit it if you want a long ball here. Beautiful little park right next to the Allegheny River, flowing out beyond the right and right center field fence. We walk over that bridge going back to the hotel. Here's a swing and a foul off to the right, out of play. The water's a little bit on the murky side, I would say.
So you wouldn't want to go swimming out there?
Not right away. Let's put it that way. Here comes the 1-2. And they have these famous bridges. This is the Clementi Bridge that we use. Here's a ground ball off the glove of Bregman. It goes down the left field line. A sliding stop by Swanson. Throws the ball away at second, and running and taking second base safely is Mangum. Bregman tried to short hop a backhanded soft line drive, could not glove it. It hit off his glove and rolled down the left field line. Frantically, Swanson chased after it, slid to a stop, made a blind throw and threw the ball behind Horner covering second. As soon as the ball got by Nico, the batter Hit it to second base on a very unusual play. It's going to be a single and E6.
Yeah, kind of an odd play. Dansby trying to do the best he can to get this ball to second. And just really, as you said, I think that's exactly what he did. It was kind of a blind throw.
Tough play for Bregman. You got to give the batter a hit on that ball. So hit and E6. A man at second, 2 down, no score, third inning. Shota trying to work out of it now against Nick Gonzalez. Misses down low, 1-1. It gets loud in this ballpark. It's not the biggest park, but it's cozy, and all of the fans are very close to the field. It does get very loud. Here's a foul back out of play.
I'll tell you, I'm happy for Pittsburgh, for their franchise net, that they're getting into the race, and they've got, some good things. Now, I know that's not great for the Chicago Cubs, but it's good for our game to have cities like Pittsburgh getting back into the playoff talk. They've got some really good young players.
Now the 1-2 fouled away. Well, they haven't even played a single playoff game in 11 seasons.
Yeah. To me, this is one of those places. It's always been a great sports town. Penguins and obviously the Steelers and the Pirates.
Shota's pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. Pirates get a hit. Cubs make an error. Pirates do not score. We go to inning number 4, 0-0 game. Cubs and Pirates on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs
is here. And if your AC can't keep up with the heat, now is the perfect time to upgrade. Four Seasons is having their summer savings event. 72 months interest-free financing with up to $4,000 in rebates. Plus same-day installation with no extra charge. They'll beat any competitor's offer by $1,000 guaranteed. For all your cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs, you know who to call.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Our Northsiders understand that baseball is a team sport. Everyone has to play their part, and players need to know that they can count on each other when it matters. Even the best players can't win by themselves. Banking is like that too. Your bankers should be a part of your team and know your business inside and out. That's how ABOC has been doing business for more than 100 years, by understanding your goals, providing great service, and offering winning products and services. Visit ABOC.com today and learn how we can help you build a championship team. ABOC, banking built for Chicago.
In baseball, it's all about keeping your eye on the ball. And at Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha, it's about keeping things simple. No inflated prices, no games, just a relaxed, honest car buying experience. This month only, drive home a new 2026 Subaru Ascent with 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus get $1,000 in instant Ziegler savings. Visit ZieglerSubaruKenosha.com today. Take the short drive north and discover why there's a lot to love at Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. $1,389 per $1,000, financed with $0 down to qualified buyers with approved credit on select models. Expires 7/31/26.
Every team needs a closer. Injured? Dial Pound Law. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs, Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
The out-of-town scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save
332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
The out-of-town scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up.
Alex Bregman first up. He'll take a strike. What else, Zach?
Brewers and Rockies, Pat, are scoreless in the bottom half of the second inning. Meantime, the Cardinals strike first, a 1-0 lead over the Reds after one in St. Louis. Alec Burleson with an RBI single.
Let's see if Bregman can start a rally as he chops one foul.
Got a whole bunch of finals on the board. The Padres, a 7-2 victory over the Marlins. Ty France with a 2-run single for San Diego. Dylan Cease struck out 12 in a complete game shutout. Blue Jays beat the Red Sox 6-0. Cease now 7-5.
The 0-2. Bregman looks at a ball up and in.
Giants 9, Angels 2. Rafael Devers with a 3-run home run for San Francisco, number 22 on the year for him. C.J. Abrams whacked his 25th home run of the year. Nationals knock off the Diamondbacks 5-3.
Now the next pitch. Bregman swings and misses. Strike 3.
The Royals, a 3-2 winner over the Tigers. And a whole bunch of games in progress, including the Phillies and Yankees tied at 1 in the top half of the 6th inning. Austin Wells with a solo shot to tie things up for the Bronx Bombers. Guardians and Rays are scoreless in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Braves and Orioles scoreless in the 2nd.
Ian Happ will poke at foul, Zach.
Bottom 1, Pat. A's and Twins are scoreless in Minnesota. Last of the 2nd on the south side. There's no score between the Astros and the White Sox.
Very good, Zach. You can do some calisthenics now as you prepare for your play-by-play in the 5th inning. Ian Happ will check his swing and take outside 1-1.
May I submit my guess in the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game?
Please do.
I'm going to go 35,000 tonight.
That sounds suspicious.
Breaking ball in there for a call strike to Ian Happ. I like the little accent you used in that.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Suspicious. Happ looks at a ball away.
Sounds like somebody was calling down to the ticket office if he's that far.
Well, we'll see how close he was a bit later on. Let's see if Happ can get on. It's 2-2 on Ian. And a pitch by Skeens, swing and a foul back.
Ian with a pretty good swing at that changeup from Skeens. Skeens got away with one there. That pitch was inner half up about mid-thigh, and Ian took a big rip but just fouled it back.
This will be his 60th pitch of the game. And now the 2-2 to Happ. Swing and a miss. Fastball got him. Number 8. With 2 outs in the 4th inning. He's averaging 2 strikeouts an inning. And it brings up Nico Horner.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, and every era has them, where they're the elite starting pitchers in the game. And when you get a pitch to hit, you can't miss it. You got to put that ball in play, because he's got so many weapons to get you out with, you may not get another pitch to hit.
Horner takes ball 1. Skeens acted like he thought that should have been called a strike. They do not challenge. Let's see if Nico can get on. He would then possibly try to steal a bag in a spot like this with 2 down. He takes outside. It's 2-0. Pitch counts are watched very closely by every pitcher these days, especially a guy like a Paul Skeens. That's one of the biggest numbers you're following the entire game. A swing and a miss by Happ.
Well, he's just such a, he's the elite pitcher in the game, or one of the top 3, let's say, 2 or 3, and they monitor everything he does. That's for sure. He's kind of the franchise player for this Pirates group.
63 pitches now. The pitch outside, 3-1 to Nico.
Well, he was missing arm side with the fastball earlier, and now kind of pulling that ball across the zone.
He was the Cy Young Award winner in the National League a year ago, Paul Skeens. Nico hits it in the air, foul, off to the right, out of play. That was 97 mph. It gets on you in a hurry.
Yeah, he's, 3-1, a fastball's coming, and you're still a little tardy on it.
The payoff. Breaking ball, strike 3 call. Nico not overjoyed with the call. He's not going to challenge it. He's out on strikes. Skeens strikes out the side. Has 9 strikeouts in the first 4 innings. 0-0 game. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs.
As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has been a trusted presence at Wrigley Field for generations, delivering reliable, sustainable restroom solutions for fans. Today, Sloan is expanding beyond the restroom and into the concourse with innovative bottle fillers, providing clean drinking water while helping reduce plastic waste throughout the friendly confines. From water efficiency to innovation, Sloan continues to support the Cubs and their fans all season long. Learn more at sloan.com, and go Cubs go.
This summer, making memories in a Volvo SUV is easier than ever. Now, for a limited time, get savings on Volvo SUVs during the Summer Safely sales event, built with advanced safety features, so you can focus on the road ahead. Find your Volvo today. The Summer Safely sales event is on now. Visit volvocars.com/US to save.
When you buy a car, you got a lot of options. You get 4 wheels, but how many doors do you want? Do you want a trunk or a frunk? A sunroof, moonroof, or a roof that comes all the way off? With Consumers Credit Union, your team can help you find your dream car and finance it with the kind of low fees and great rates that keep your options open. Consumers Credit Union. The people in your corner. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY@villageofbedfordpark.com.
League leaders are sponsored by Gusto. Hire
LLOPY@villageofbedfordpark.com.
League leaders are sponsored by Gusto. Hire, pay, and grow your team with Gusto. Otto Lopez of the Marlins is the batting average leader in the majors, hitting .331. Yordan Alvarez, the home run leader, the Astros slugger, has whacked 34 bombs this year. Alvarez also leads in on-base percentage, slugging, and OPS, among other things.
Yeah, he's having a fantastic year. Pop-up down the left field line might be playable for Dansby Swanson. After a long run, makes an excellent catch in foul territory. When you look at where he started and where he ended up catching that ball, you're talking about 140 feet. Very nice play.
Yeah, with the depth of the outfield here in the left and left center. Ian playing very deep, so Dansby, he goes a long way to make that play. Tough plays of the game today. They're sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. That was a tough play.
Yes, Marilyn Valdez, the batter. Nothing game. 4th inning. Curveball strike, 0-1.
C.J. Abrams of the Nationals is the RBI leader with 79. His teammate Nasim Nunez, the stolen base leader, with 37.
Swing and a miss. So C.J. Abrams has 25 home runs, did you say, Zach? And 79 RBIs?
You got it.
Wow.
And another one of their teammates, James Wood, leads in runs scored with 94.
They are a surprise offensive team, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Valdez is out on strikes, 2 down, and the batter, O'Hearn. Now, we saw Washington early in the year. In fact, I think we opened the year against them in late March, and they took 2 out of 3 at Wrigley, as I recall. And they were impressive in doing it, and you thought they got some guys who can play.
They got some players, there's no doubt. Yep.
Ryan O'Hearn checks in. Lefty against lefty. O'Hearn takes low for a ball. Shota now with 3 strikeouts. He and Paul Skeens matching each other pitch for pitch. This is a good duel. Each team with 1 hit. Each team with an error. Neither team with a run. Breaking ball missing. 2-0. Something I haven't been reading about or hearing much about in columns would be the trading deadline.
Yeah.
It's like everything's kind of quiet right now. It's right around the corner. I believe it's a week from Tuesday.
Yeah, that's right.
August 3rd. And now the 2-0. Line drive toward right base hit. Sharp liner between Bush and Horner into right. Single for O'Hearn, and the batter is Marcell Ozuna.
Fastball hooked. A little down and in pitch. And Hearn just smokes that ball into right field. Yeah, I think some of it is everybody's just waiting to see what's going to happen and who's going to pull the trigger on a big deal. And there's so many teams that are still in the race.
Here's a pitch down low. So you think as soon as one big deal is consummated, then others will follow?
I think then dominoes will start falling. I do.
2 down, a man at first. Nothing game. 4th inning. Ozuna flied to center his first time. He hits a fly ball to right. Shallow. Playable. Suzuki is there. Says, I've got it. He does. A scoreless inning for Shota. He's pitching well. Let's see if the Cubs can get him some runs. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. Scoreless game after 4 at PNC Park. On the score in the North.
Carpal tunnel syndrome. Heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Cubs fans, it's Pat Hughes. To ensure that your business goals get across home plate, consider relocating to the Village of Bedford Park. Learn more at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Top of the 5th here in Pittsburgh. Cubs and Pirates
Park. Learn more at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Top of the 5th here in Pittsburgh. Cubs and Pirates are scoreless. Pedro Ramirez at the plate, and he looks at a fastball for a strike from Paul Skeens. Right at the top of the zone along the inside edge, clocked at 91 miles per hour. Ramirez, a switch hitter, batting from the left side. The pitch is popped up on the infield, foul territory off to the left. The catcher, Davis, under it, right near the on-deck circle. He makes the catch as Ramirez pops out, one away. Here in the top of the 5th, no score between the Cubs and Pirates. It's game 2 of a 3-game set. Cubs with just 1 hit, a single by Pete Crow Armstrong to lead off the game. The Pirates with 2 hits off of Shota Imanaga, a couple of singles. Dansby Swanson will dig in, the number 8 hitter in the Cubs order. Right-handed batter against the right-hander Skeens, and the pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 0-1.
Now both pitchers have been dominant so far in this ball game. Skeens very much so. He pitched out of the jam in that 3rd inning, but he had the strikeout ball working after 2 men on, 1st and 3rd.
Swanson looks at a fastball high. The count is 1-1. Yeah, Skeens with 9 strikeouts.
Yep. He's had it going tonight. Pitch count still not, 5th inning. He's got 69, 70 pitches.
Swanson swings, loops one into shallow center. It drops in for a base hit. So Swanson reaches base for the 2nd time tonight. He walked in the 3rd, and now singles here in the 5th.
Now Dansby stays on the slider down and away and just shoots it back through the middle. And I would think with Dansby on the bases, you got to look to try to do something to get a little offense started. There is one out. See if Dansby tries to steal a bag.
Miguel Amaya stands in. Scoreless game, 1 on, 1 away, top of the 5th. The pitch. Amaya swings and fouls it back. 0-1, a breaking ball from Skeens.
Davis, catcher, going out to the mound. I don't know. That one must have got a piece of him. He's still shaking his right arm. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. And Davis still walking around. That one had to get him in the right arm or hand, I would assume. He's still...
Yeah, only now he's squatted down behind the plate. 0-1 the count on Amaya, who was hit by a pitch in the third. Swanson at first, one down, scoreless game, top 5. Skeens throws to first. As Swanson dives in safely. A tag wasn't even applied by the first baseman O'Hearn.
I'm guessing after the error by Skeens throwing a ball away, his pickoff throws will be a little less aggressive.
The pitch to Amaya, a swing and miss at a breaking ball, 0-2.
As well as he's throwing today, that's the way, you can lose the ball game. It's just by making mistakes on defense, and the last thing you want if you're the pitcher is to be the guy doing it.
Righty-righty matchup with Amaya at the plate. Skeens on the mound. He takes a peek at first. That's where Swanson is, and Dansby extends his lead. 0-2 the count. A long set. Now the pitch. Off the outside. Another breaking ball by Skeens. 1-2 on Amaya.
Dansby's got a big lead at first base. Skeens, I would say, is average to home plate. He's not slow, but he's not quick either. 1-2 count on Dansby. Let's see. He's got a big lead now at first. I would guess he's not going.
The pitch is lined into right for a base hit. Swanson stops at second base, but the Cubs have something going once again with the bottom of the order. Men at first and second, just one away. And now Pete Crow Armstrong will dig in.
Now Swanson and Amaya have both been on base twice now, so now you need a big swing from the top of the lineup. There's one out. Pete at the plate. He has singled in this ballgame. Great speed at second. Not great speed at first with Amaya.
Skeens playing with the rosin bag behind the mound. Just one away here in the top of the fifth. Another big spot for the Cubs. Scoreless game against the Pirates. Men at first and second, and Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate. Skeens delivers, and Crow Armstrong looks at a ball low. 1-0 the count. Looked like Skeens took something off that one.
Yeah, a little change up to start out the at-bat. We'll see now. When he has been in trouble, he's gone to the breaking ball, even, against the left-handers.
Skeens checks second and deals. Crow Armstrong drills one deep down the right field line, but this hook's way foul out of play. Definitely had distance, though. PCA out in front of a changeup, 1-1 the count.
Changeup stayed up. The first one was down. That one stays up about mid-thigh. Pete hammered it, but pulled the trigger a little early and hit it about 100 feet foul.
Men at first and second, one away. Top 5 scoreless game. Throw to second. Dansby gets back standing up. The shortstop, Jacob Gonzalez, popped in behind him.
See, that's the second time now Skeens has thrown a pickoff throw to second base. When you got a guy on the mound that is this dominant like Skeens, I just don't think you really need to do all that.
Crow Armstrong swings and misses out in front of a changeup. That's the third one he's thrown to PCA.
3 straight changes, yep. Dansby got a running start at second. Could have stole third. He kind of paused and then didn't go. But, when you've got a guy like this on the mound, you really just want him to concentrate on pitching, because they can just get on a roll and strike out the side and you're just out of the inning.
Swanson at second, Amaya at first. One away, 1-2 on PCA. Skeens delivers. Crow Armstrong pounds it on the ground, foul off to the right. Another changeup from Skeens. Count remains 1-2. Skeens, in fact, did strike out the side in the fourth inning. He's got 9 Ks tonight. 1-2 the count on Crow Armstrong. 2 on, 1 away. Another bluff throw to second by Skeens.
See, and I don't know if that's just that's probably a sign with an inside move, because Dansby took off, started hopping off the base early. Now he's got a huge lead at second base.
Skeens delivers. High and outside to Crow Armstrong with a fastball, 2-2.
With the lead Dansby had, he could take third base, there's no doubt.
Big hole in left center for Crow Armstrong. 2-2 the count. The pitch. Crow Armstrong drills one in the power alley in right. Mangum looks up. It one-hops the wall. Swanson around third. He's coming home. Crow Armstrong slides safely into second base. RBI double. Cubs strike first. They lead the Pirates 1-0 here in the fifth. Amaya stops at third.
Great at bat by Pete. And, change up after change up after change up in this AB, and he stays on this pitch down. And short hops the wall in right center. And the Cubs get on the board. Very, very good at bat.
Pete Crow Armstrong with 2 hits tonight, including an RBI double. Cubs threatening men at second and third. Seiya Suzuki at the plate, just 1 away. Here's the pitch. Suzuki looks at a ball from Skeens, a fastball that missed.
That was a heater up and in high. Seiya has basically, other than maybe that's the second fastball he's seen. He's seen a ton of breaking balls. I'd sit on a breaking ball if I were him.
The pitch. Suzuki lines one, base hit down the right field line. Amaya scores around third, heading home. Crow Armstrong throw goes to second. 2-run single. Seiya Suzuki the other way. And the Cubs now up 3-0 over the Pirates here in the fifth.
He didn't get a breaking ball, got a fastball in, and he just inside outs this ball, just dumps it in the right over the first baseman. O'Hearn's heading down the line. And the Cubs at a 3 spot here in the fifth.
Skeens was dominant over the first 4 innings. Struck out 9 Cubs, gave up just 1 hit. But here in the 5th inning, the Cubs getting to Skeens. A 3-0 lead. Again, just 1 away. Suzuki at first base. And Michael Bush will dig in. First, though, Henry Davis, the catcher, out on the mound talking to Skeens. And now that meeting is being broken up by home plate umpire Corey Blazer. A reminder that doubles by Cubs batters are sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Reliable, comfortable, convenient. Southwest just makes sense. Pete Crow Armstrong's RBI double, breaking a scoreless tie moments ago. 3-0 Cubs. And looking for more with Michael Bush at the plate, Suzuki at first, and just 1 away here in the fifth. The pitch. Bush swings and misses at a changeup, 0-1.
Bush, he just missed a homer in his last at bat. Hit one to the track right at the 399 spot in center.
O'Hearn holding on Suzuki at first. Righty-lefty matchup. Skeens delivers. Bush, an awkward half swing on appeal. They say he went around. That's a strike. 0-2 the count. The third base umpire tonight, Alex Tosi. Spiegel and Holmes talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday from 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score and the Odyssey app. Bush waits for the 0-2. Skeens takes a look at first. That's where Seiya is. He sets belt high. And now the 0-2. It's low. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Bush, he's seen a lot of sliders down and in from Skeens today.
Bush with 13 home runs on the year. Skeens is ready, working on the extreme first base side of the rubber. The 1-2. That's off the outside, a changeup, maybe a little low. 2-2. Suzuki extends his lead off the first base bag. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. Bush swings and misses. Skeens gets him with a slider. That's strikeout number 10 on the night for Skeens.
Now, pretty good pitch. Little backdoor hook to Bushy. He was a little tardy, trying to just protect home plate. Just couldn't quite get to it.
So 2 down, Suzuki at first. 3-0 Cubs here in the top of the fifth. The cleanup man, Alex Bregman, at the plate. The pitch. That's a called strike. One of those sweepers from Skeens that floated into the zone, 0-1. Bregman's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Here's the 0-1. That's low. Breaking ball that missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cubs cleanup hitters are sponsored by Chicagoland's appliance leader, Grand Appliance. Get your all-star Bosch kitchen today at grandappliance.com. 1 ball and 1 strike to count on Bregman. Here comes the pitch. Bregman swings, pulls one deep down the left field line, but this one hooks way foul. It definitely had home run distance. Bregman out in front of a sweeper, 1-2.
Yes, a hanging breaking ball. Bregman hits this ball, but hooks it way foul, but to the upper deck.
1-2 the count on Bregman. He waits. Skeens delivers. And Bregman swings and misses at a slider off the outside. Strike 3. 11 strikeouts tonight for Skeens. But the Cubs do some damage. They score 3 times here in the top of the 5th. 3-0 Cubs. Middle 5 in Pittsburgh. On the score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball.
Affirmative, Bill.
What's with the laser saw?
Relax. We are cutting our bill in half. An Xfinity mobile transmission says you can cut your bill in half.
Oh, your mobile bill, not me, Bill.
Xfinity Mobile also says we can try it free for a year. Free.
Yes, with no commitment. Can we put the saw away?
I am reluctant. But we will find another being to bisect.
That's not sci-fi. It's Xfinity Mobile. Xfinity Internet members cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. Learn more at XfinityMobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
Coom here. Baseball's been around a long time. Since the 1800s, when pitchers threw underhand. You know what's been around even longer? Yuengling. Yuengling started brewing in 1829. People were drinking a cold Yuengling before baseball even existed. No box scores, no seventh-inning stretches, just great beer that stood the test of time for 197 years. So next time you're at a ballpark, grab a Yuengling Traditional Lager, because just like baseball, legends stand the test of time. Yuengling is proud to be the official beer of the Cubs Radio Network.
DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Hey, Chicagoland, the best way is right off the expressway at Toyota on Edens. Visit one of Chicagoland's fastest-growing Toyota dealers to score big savings. See the new Toyota on Edens or ToyotaOnEdens.com.
After the Cubs-Cardinals game on Sunday, August 16th, join 93 XRT personalities. After the Cubs-Cardinals game on Sunday, August 16th, join 93 XRT personalities, the Lindberghers, and special guests at Metro, just up the street from Wrigley Field. As Shota Imanaga misses outside with a fastball to Jared Triolo to begin the bottom of the 5th inning here in Pittsburgh. Cubs with a 3-0 lead. Hometown celebration is the event as Imanaga delivers. And that one's in the zone for a strike. Fastball to Triolo, 1-1. Hometown celebration is a benefit for the Lynn Bramer Scholars Fund. Get tickets today at metrochicago.com. Great cause, and it should be a fun event. Here's the 1-1. Triolo fouls it back off the screen. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Spiegel and Holmes talking Cubs afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score. This is the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network, WSCR, WSCR FM, and HD1 Chicago.
The 1-2, Triolo hits a bouncer up the first base line, fielded wide of the bag by Bush, steps on the cushion. One away as Triolo is retired. The first out sponsored by Xfinity, reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. I don't think Triolo meant to swing at that pitch, but it connected with the bat, and the Cubs get an out on the play.
Yeah, it's both of these guys been dealing, and it's good to see that, Shota he's thrown a beautiful ball game so far.
Jacob Gonzalez swings, and it's a fly ball to center field. Backing up PCA, and he makes the catch short of the track, angling toward left center. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Cubs up 3-0. Yeah, we've spent so much time, and you can understand why, talking about Paul Skeens. I think people forgot about the other pitcher in this matchup, and Shota Imanaga has been dealing.
And Shota's last outing was outstanding. He did very well today. Pitch count way down, too. He's only at 57 pitches with 2 outs here in the 5th.
Henry Davis at the plate, right-handed batter. Imanaga, high leg kick and pitch. Davis shows bunt, pulls it back, and looks at a sweeper low and inside, 1-0. It's interesting listening to Craig Counsell talking before the game. Imanaga lately has been throwing a lot less of the 4-seam fastball. Here's the 1-0. Davis shows bunt again, pulls it back, takes a fastball for a strike. That was a 4-seamer, 1-1 the count. Counsell mentioned that It's kind of a preemptive strike against the league. They noticed some things and wanted to switch up the scouting report, so to speak. So Imanaga throwing more of the four-seam fastball than the two-seamer.
Okay. I know he didn't throw many in his last outing. That was something that was definitely different.
Here's the 1-1. Davis swings, and it's a fly ball foul out of play off to the right. But Counsell also did say that it's not something that's going to last forever. The league catches up, and then you switch things up again.
Yeah, to me, he showed us his sequence, and everybody knows it. It's the fastball to the righty up and in. That's in the strike zone, that fastball inside, and then the split pitches off that.
This is popped up behind the plate. Amaya throws the mask away, gives chase, but it's in the stands, 1-2.
You know, and his split is his pitch. That's his out pitch. But if you can command your fastball, then the hitter has to be accountable to the fastball, and then that's where the split just becomes that much more effective.
1-2 the count on Davis. Imanaga working on the third base side of the rubber. A long set, and now the pitch. In the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was a breaking ball. Cubs up 3-0 with 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cubs scoring all of their runs in the top half of this frame. The 2-2 by Imanaga. Misses with a splitter. Full count.
That was a good one. That one, pretty good take, too, by Davis. That pitch right at the bottom of the zone and just dropped down below the zone.
Now the payoff pitch. Davis pulls one, fair ball, past third, bounces off the sidewall. Happ has to track it down, does so skillfully, and fires a strike to second base to hold Davis to a single. Nice play out in left by Happ. 2-out single for Davis.
Pretty good at bat for Davis. One of the few against Shota today. Took that split down and then gets pitch and just keeps it fair over the bag at third. Ian does a nice job playing up off the sidewall. Davis is a catcher, as we saw last night, runs pretty well for a catcher. Did not make it to second base.
He's had a good series. 2 hits last night, including an RBI and single here tonight. He's at first. The batter, Jake Mangum, switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Imanaga. The pitch. Called strike fastball from Shota, 0-1. Cubs up 3-0 with 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Mangum, the Pirates center fielder, son of former Bears defensive back John Mangum. Now the pitch. Pop fly, right field, foul territory, slicing foul out of play.
Pretty good athletes in that family, huh?
Has some good genes.
Yeah. Jake, the center fielder, he can go get him in center field, that's for sure.
0-2 the count. Imanaga sets belt high. Works his motion and deals. A ground ball, backhanded on one knee by Bush. Steps on the bag, that's out number 3. Nice play wide of first by Bush. And a man stranded on the bases. After 5, it's the Cubs with a 3-0 lead over Pittsburgh on the
Radio Network. You know how your Wi-Fi is spotty in some places? Or keeps buffering at the worst times? But you kind of just live with it? You don't have to. You can just get Eero instead. Find out what fast, reliable Wi-Fi is like at Eero.com.
Hey Cubs fans, Southwest Airlines here with more reasons why flying Southwest from Chicago just makes sense. We treat you right. We're reliable as heck. And, this is big, we go where you want to go with over 80 nonstop destinations out of Midway alone. So go with what just makes sense. Don't overthink it. That's for FIPS, WOBAs, and WARPs. Am I right? Southwest Airlines, the official airline of your Chicago Cubs. Based on published Midway flight schedules as of 2/24/26.
Roofers and Waterproofers Local 11 provides exceptional service in all facets of the roofing and waterproofing industry, developing skilled craftsmen through apprenticeship training and providing systems that keep Chicago and Northern Illinois dry. To find a highly skilled roofing contractor, go to ChicagoRoofingContractors.org.
Being pregnant and finding out you had cancer. I'm Robin, and that was me. But my oncologist, orthopedic surgeon, and high-risk obstetrician at Northwestern Memorial Hospital created the safest chemotherapy plan, so I didn't have to choose between my life and my baby's.
Top ranked in Illinois for obstetrics and gynecology by U.S. News and World Report, Robin's team collaborated to deliver a healthy baby and mother, performing a C-section then cancer removal the same day. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Dear summer, spend more time on the road and less coin at the pump with Toyota's fuel-efficient lineup. Toyota, let's go places.
Ian Happ on deck for the Cubs. Who's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing.
Let's go places.
Ian Happ on deck for the Cubs. Who's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Pat?
Cubs with a big rally in that fifth inning, Zach, as you know. Scoring 3, leading 3-0 as the sixth inning starts. Ian Happ will take a pitch outside from Paul Skeens. Happ has struck out twice so far. Swings and fouls it back. Again, he has that impressive string of games here at PNC Park as a visiting player. 42 consecutive games reaching base. And that's an all-time mark for any player, whether it's a Pirate or a visiting ball player. And this park has been around since 2001.
Pitch called a ball, the catcher's challenge.
Pitch was called a ball. The Pirates are going to challenge that decision by home plate umpire Corey Blazer.
Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
Ball's overturned. Pittsburgh has 2 remaining.
And it was a strike. So it's a good challenge, and that got a lot of the strike zone. Skeens up to 95 pitches. Here's a pitch outside. I think that I see somebody throwing in their bullpen. I'm sure once it gets to be around 100, Ron, they'll think about making a change.
Yeah, I would think, even if they try to let him go through this inning, that'd be it.
Happ hits a little liner down the left field line, dropping foul behind the Cubs' third base dugout area. Sellout crowd on hand. We have not heard the exact attendance figure, but it's a whopper. Whopper is the official term for a large crowd.
Yeah.
Now the 2-2. Swinging a foul out of play off to the left. Cubs winning last night's game 3-2, leading tonight 3-0. One more game to go tomorrow. It's a day game. Jamison Tyone, the former Pirate, against Braxton Ashcraft. Happ pulls the ground ball to first, fielded by O'Hearn. Unassisted play, out number 1.
See what's on tap here in the sixth inning, sponsored by Flight by Yuengling, next generation of light beer. Cubs have not hit a home run yet, but the one ball that was in flight, Pete Kerr Armstrong with an RBI double as he short hopped the right center field wall in the fifth inning.
Let's see if Nico can start a one-out rally here in the sixth. Cubs lead 3-0. Line drive toward left field. Base hit. Nico, a soft line drive, dropping in front of the left fielder Reynolds. And now that you lead by 3, Ron, you can afford to gamble a little bit. How about a stolen base?
I absolutely think so. I would love to see Nico take off, try to steal a bag.
Pedro Ramirez, the batter. O'Hearn to hold Nico at first. Ramirez, the switch hitter, batting left-handed. Let's see if he can get a knock. I think it's important, Ron, and you were a young player at one time. Tell me if this is true. I like to see young players get hits against guys who are considered the best pitchers.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You talk about a confidence builder, and it just gives you that feeling like I belong here.
Yes.
I can play here.
This one is outside for a ball.
Tell you, Ramirez, the guy from spring training this year, has been impressive, but you never know about spring and what a guy's going to do when he gets to the big leagues, and this is a quality big league player.
There's a little pop fly foul and back out of play. As a minor leaguer, you're watching games on national television, you're watching the MLB network, and you're watching all the best players, and you know who's the MVP and the Cy Young winners, and you can't wait to see what you can do against them,
that's
just
right.
to see how you fit in.
Well, he's fit in fine. He is a guy, if he was in a lot of other clubs, the Cubs, position player-wise are pretty set. I mean, the lineup stays pretty much the same day after day after day, but this young guy can play.
Count is 3-1 on Pedro Ramirez. He has struck out and popped out in tonight's game. Now the wave is rippling around PNC Park. Nico leading at first, not running. And Ramirez takes down low ball 4. That's a quality plate appearance. It's not a base hit, but it's a base on balls. And it improves the situation. First and second, one away. And that might be the end of the night for Paul Skeens. Let's see.
Yeah, you can tell he knows his day's over. He is at 105 pitches in the ballgame.
Don Kelly is going to make a pitching change. Skeens walks off, head down toward the third base dugout. The crowd gives him a mild ovation or a mild round of applause. Pitching changes by the opposition. Those are brought to you by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. Cubs 3, Pirates nothing. We're in the 6th inning. We'll be right back with more after this on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Dansby Swanson. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
A cool and crisp Modelo tastes good. But you know what tastes even better? That survived the evening rush Modelo. That post-12-hour shift Modelo. That fought for every rebound Modelo. That just clocked out on a Friday Modelo. That Modelo you earned is just better. That Modelo is the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports. It's just better. That Modelo is the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey fans, why does flying Southwest Airlines from Chicago just make sense? Reliable, flexible, enjoyable. We're full of ibbles and obbles and proud of it.
Walks and Cubs batter, sponsored by It's Not a Game, Illinois.com. Speeding in the work zone is like arguing with a hump, a no-win. Mind the signs, avoid the fines. Pat?
Pretty good advice, Zach. Thank you. As we resume action, Dansby Swanson will be the first man to face the new pitcher, Isaac Matson. Runners take their leads, first and second. Cubs lead by 3. Dansby rams one deep to left, but foul. And back out of play. See how Matson has done this season. No decisions, ERA a shade over 4. It's his 35th appearance. Two men on with one away. Line drive, base hit down the left field line. This will drive in a run. Horner will score. Ramirez hustling to third. It's going to be a double for Dansby Swanson. And the Cubs now lead 4-0. A line drive right over the third baseman Triolo's head. By the time Reynolds could backhand it in the corner and get it back in, a run had scored, and men are at second and third.
When you talk about a confidence builder, Dansby drove in a big run in yesterday's ball game in the 10th, and now today he's been on base all 3 times. A walk, a single, scored a run, and now a double to drive in a run. So a very nice day for Dansby.
Infield in, men at second and third. Miguel Amaya will bounce one foul past third. And we've talked about the firepower that this Pirate offense has. It's a 4-run lead, and that's good. And Shota Imanaga is pitching very well. But this team is quite capable of scoring a lot of runs. You want to get these last two in if you can.
Yep, absolutely.
Here's a pitch down low. In fact, you'd like to get it up to about 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Swanson can get a big lead at second. You can always get a big lead when that infield is in because you can see the middle infielders exactly where they are. Swing and a miss by Amaya. Used to be kind of an uneasy feeling, Ron, with the infield back and you're running at second.
Yeah.
You don't know who's going to sneak in behind you.
Doubles by Cubs hitters, sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Reliable, comfortable, convenient. Southwest just makes sense.
Now the 1-2. Matson works over on the extreme first base side of the rubber. Line drive, base hit to left. A run is in. Swanson's going to try to score. The throw goes to second. It's a 2-run single from Miguel Amaya, and the Cubs lead 6-0. That's a big one.
Bottom of the lineup today, doing the damage. Swanson and Amaya. They have both been on all 3 times today. They've knocked in 3 and scored 2 runs today, so very good production out of the 8 and 9 spot in the Cubs lineup. And that, as you said, Pat, is a big swing of the bat. 6-0 Cubs.
Still only 1 away. Amaya now with 17 runs batted in this season. And you can hear the Cub fans reacting on all of these big hits. And Pete Crow Armstrong had the one that broke the ice. He drove in the first run with that 5th inning double deep off the wall in right center on 1 hop. And the pitch. And Pete will take a strike now, 1-1. I've always thought, Ron, that first run against a quality pitcher is a big, big run.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because there's no guarantee you're going to get it.
Yeah, and, you get one, that's against a guy like Skeens. He can throw a shutout at you at any time.
Swinging a foul back by PCA. Pete with a couple of hits. He just continues to do things that let you know he is becoming one of the most elite players in the game. Getting a single and a double against last year's Cy Young Award winner, no big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal for some people, maybe.
Yeah.
Now the 1-2. Short lead by Amaya, not a Steelers lead. And the pitch taken outside for a ball. Always see some boats sailing along, some fishing boats, tugboats.
Mm-hmm. What a night to be out on the river.
Here's a swing and a foul off to the left. I think they probably have some businesses around where they have little ferry boats and have ferry boat rides up and down the Allegheny River.
They have some dinner cruise boats and things like that. Absolutely, yeah. Beautiful part of the state. This downtown area is really pretty. And from our vantage point, you really can't beat it.
Here's a line drive, right center field, base hit. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Amaya heading to third. He will hold there on a double by Pete Crow Armstrong. You just cannot hit a ball much harder than he just hit that ball.
Second double of the ball game for Pete. He smokes this ball in the gap. Just a line drive bullet. Amaya goes first to third. Pete was looking to go 3. But Amaya, with a short lead, Amaya, not a good runner, just goes to third. So a big swing of the bat for Pete. Cubs looking to extend this lead. They're already up 6-0.
Pirates forced to bring the infield in. Suzuki, the batter, he's singled to drive in a pair his last time. Matson ready, and the pitch to Seiya. It's outside for a ball. Plenty of Cub blue shirts and hats as we look in that area down behind the first base Cubs dugout. But really, they're all over the park. I see them off to our left on the third base side on the upper deck. There's a ball outside. It's 2-0 now to Seiya Suzuki. It's wonderful to have some support when you're the visiting team in big league ball, or any sport for that matter.
I would agree. And the Cubs fans, they travel great, especially here in Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, the closer cities. You look down behind the Cubs dugout, there's tons of people here from Chicago.
Check swing, strike 2-1.
Well, last night, we walked home last night over the Clemente Bridge, and how many Cub fans were on the bridge last night?
Quite a few. I counted 912.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Here's the pitch, swinging a foul back. You didn't realize I was counting, did you?
I thought that's how many autographs you signed last night.
No, that was only 712. 2-2 on Seiya Suzuki. And happy to do so. The stretch by the right-hander, and the pitch from Matson. Strike 3 call. Seiya didn't like the call. It is the second out in the inning. Michael Busch is the 8th man to bat in the inning. Cubs with back-to-back 3-run rallies.
That's a little inside curveball to Seiya, and just barely clipped the inside corner.
Skeens is going to be charged with 4 of the 6 runs. There is Michael Busch taking outside. 2 down men at second and third. 6-0 Cubs here in the 6th. This has been a good visiting park for the Cubs. They are actually 27 games above 500 all time at PNC. 120 wins here and only 93 losses. Now here's another number I saw, Ron, that I didn't realize. Tell me if you do. Since 2023, just 3 years ago, the Cubs are 19-5 in this park.
Wow. How about that?
Pretty good.
That's really good.
Here comes the 1-1. Line drive, base hit, right center. 2 more runs are going to score. And the Cubs now with a commanding 8-0 lead. Michael Busch, a 2-run single. Solid base hit into right center. Cubs clicking on all cylinders tonight.
Well, this is a big game for the Cubs. I say this. You go into this ball game, Skeens and Imanaga pitching, and both guys dominant through the first 4 innings. And then the Cubs with a 3 spot in the 5th, and now a 5 spot here in the 6th inning, and that is something. You just don't expect to see that in a game that Skeens is pitching against you.
Not at all. Now time call to catcher Davis strolling out to see about Matson.
Matson's thrown a lot of pitches in a short period of time.
He's faced 6 batters, Ron. I'm counting 4 hits and a walk. And he did record 1 out. He struck out Suzuki, but everyone else has reached against him.
Well, if you're a hitter and you've just been facing Skeens for 3 at-bats, anybody that's coming in, their stuff's going to be less, right? And you just,
Do you actually think, no, I can handle this guy?
Yeah, no, you've been seeing, 97 with movement and a couple good different breaking balls. Absolutely.
Here's Bregman. Cubs need Alex to get on a roll. He is 0 for 3 tonight with a pair of strikeouts. 2 down a man at first, 3 runs in, or make it 5 runs in. It's 8-0 Cubs here in the 6th inning. And he's the 9th man to bat in the inning. Matson to Bregman. Fastball upstairs, 3-0. Whatever the pitching coach told him, it was not. Go to 3-0 on the next hitter.
Yeah, I would think that's correct.
Bregman probably taking all the way here. He is. It's a strike, 3-1. Cubs all of a sudden 8 runs on 10 hits. Very impressive back-to-back innings, considering it started against one of the elite pitchers in the game. Check swing foul. 3-2 on Bregman.
Yeah, you're in the 6th inning. You're up 8-0. Your team's got 10 hits, and you were absolutely blank through the first 4 innings. So it's been a very good ball game here for the Cubs against Paul Skeens.
The runner Bush not being held at first. And now Matson's pitch. There goes the runner. It's up and in, ball 4. The inning will continue. Fans getting a little restless here at PNC. I think part of it is just frustration. Paul Skeens is a local icon, and whenever a big crowd shows out to watch him, they want him to win the game. And anything less than that, the fans are not going to be pleased.
Yeah, this is one of the few sellouts they're going to have all year, and now they're down 8-0.
Matson will leave. A new pitcher coming in. Pitching changes by the opposition. Sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago. It's the Cubs leading 8-0. We're in the 6th inning, and we'll be back with more to this on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs talk to start your day. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
Want to rethink what's possible? How about being an investor? Not just in your future, but in the future. Well, it all starts with Invesco QQQ. For more than 25 years, this single ETF has given investors a direct line to the NASDAQ 100. That's 100 leading innovators behind advances in personal tech, science, and robotics, just to name a few. And you can access it all with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs' risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 Index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Time now for the out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app and save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. After 5 in Milwaukee, the Brewers now lead Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app and save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. After 5 in Milwaukee, the Brewers now lead the Rockies 3-2. Cooper Pratt breaks a 2-all tie with an RBI single in the 4th. Pat?
Colorado beat Milwaukee yesterday in that series opener, and the Rockies improved to 42-63, just one win away from matching last year's total. Ian Happ now steps in, and he'll take low and inside for a ball. The new pitcher is new in more ways than one. He is making his Pirates debut right here. This is Ron Marinaccio. He was with the Yankees starting in 2022 for 3 seasons, parts of 3 years. And there's a strike to Happ. With San Diego earlier this year, he was 1-0 with an ERA of 4.79 over 33 games. Runners take their leads at first and second. And the pitch to Happ. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Ian, the 10th man to bat in the inning.
Yeah, Pirates just trying to make moves to solidify their bullpen. That has been an issue for them. So just getting more really big league pitchers out of that pen.
Happ takes the ball in the dirt. Seems like bullpens, Ron, play a very big role in the trading deadline.
Every year. That's the spot that everybody's looking to add bullpen help, and everybody, would always like to get starters. I just think they're harder to come by.
Here's a wild pitch, and the catcher, Davis, doesn't know where the ball is. It's backed by the backstop, and runners advance to second and third. That's a WP wild pitch. The count now 3-2 on Ian Happ.
Well, in the dirt, Davis thought it might have hit the umpire, but it did not. Had to go back and get it.
Yeah, let's see if Happ can knock in these final two. A 5-run rally already. And Ian checks and takes low for ball 4. So this will be the 11th batter in the inning. Nico Horner coming up. Nico singled to start the rally. It seems like it was about a day and a half ago.
Yeah, this has been a very, very long inning for the Pirates. Cubs with 5 runs in the inning. Nico extends that streak now of on base to 43 games in a row here at PNC Park.
Fans are starting to leave the ballpark. Here's the pitch to Nico with the bases loaded.
Yeah, look at the bridge.
The Clemente Bridge, I see at least 70 to 80 people, maybe 100, leaving this ballpark. Now the pitch. Nico swings and fouls it back. Bases loaded. Warner would like to add to his 43 RBI total right now. Ron Marinaccio in his Pirate debut. Walked Ian Happ. Now the pitch to Nico. Line drive left field. Coming in and sliding to make the catch is Reynolds. Good play by Brian Reynolds. That ends the inning. But the Cubs, with a prosperous frame, they score 5. 5 runs on the same number of hits. They leave 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Cubs 8. Pirates
104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
We're gearing up for another season, and you can too at Suits 2020 in Niles. More than just amazing suits, casual wear, sportswear, and more. Suits 2020, the latest fashions at the lowest prices.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra with employee pricing for everyone. Built with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, where power meets precision in a truck that leads where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. We are professional grade. Right now, celebrate Independence Day with employee pricing for everyone on all GMC Sierra 1500 models. Visit your local GMC dealer and they will help you choose between the hardworking Sierra 1500 Pro, the well-equipped SLT, the off-road ready AT4, or the luxurious GMC Sierra Denali. Come explore the 2026 GMC Sierra lineup and take a test drive today. Experience engineering that fits your lifestyle. GMC, offering employee pricing for everyone at your local GMC dealer today. At participating dealers only. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 8/3/26.
Hey, it's Ron Coomer. This season, my partner Jeff Neidiger and I are honoring our heroes through Veteran of the Game on The Score. Jeff's a combat veteran himself, helping families sell their homes the easy way since 2007.
Whether it's an inherited property or you just need to sell without the hassle, we buy houses as is with no gimmicks. You pick the timeline, take all your memories, and we handle everything else.
Give them a call at 630-556-8892. That's 630-556-8892 or jeffbuysyourhouse.com. 56-8892. That's 630-556-8892 or jeffbuysyourhouse.com.
Nick Gonzalez will lead off the Pirate 6th inning, and he'll take high for ball 1. With former Cub Ron Coomer, Pat Hughes at PNC Park in Western Pennsylvania. Zach Zaidman working alongside. Zach will chime in every now and again on out-of-town scores. Cindy Boyden is the engineer at the controls. Shota Imanaga pitching extremely well tonight. He's working on a 3-hit shutout as he starts this 6th inning, and he fires a strike. 2-1. And the next offering popped up, right side foul. And not that big league ball players, Ron, need any extra incentive. You know that there are going to be good players on every team, and every game is going to be a challenge, no matter if you're a pitcher or a hitter. But when you're matched up against a guy like Shota was against Paul Skeens, here's a pitch inside for a ball. I have to believe those competitive juices are flowing just a little more freely.
Boy, absolutely. You are going to get the very best out of yourself, and mentally, physically, you're locked in. There is no doubt that ball took a bite out of a Maya at home plate. But, you always, when you're playing against the absolute elite in the game, it's just the way it is. There's no doubt. As this ball foul tipped, I think he caught a Maya off the left inner thigh or ankle area. That one hurt.
There's no way you can ever cover all of the body parts as a catcher. They just take a beating.
Yep. And you think about tonight's ball game now. Shota, he's 73 pitches in the game here in the sixth. He has been dominant.
There's a chopper toward the middle. Glove by Horner. Off balance throw, not in time. Cubs might challenge that play. Nico over on the shortstop side of the bag, gloved it, made a strong off balance throw. Safe as the initial call. He and Swanson almost collided. And let's see if the Cubs are not going to challenge. They're not going to.
The only reason he is safe is Gonzalez runs very well. And I'll tell you, this is a great play by Nico Horner. He is 10 feet on the other side of the diamond. Dansby was playing in the hole, Nico up the middle. Excellent play, just Gonzalez outran the play.
Brian Reynolds, the batter. Switch hitter batting right-handed, drives one in the air to left down the line, racing over Happ near the line, makes the catch after a long run and gets it back in. Very nice play by Happ. He must have gone 120 feet to make that catch.
Yeah, and then you gotta slide like into the wall because there's only a couple feet of foul territory before you hit that sidewall. Great play by Ian. Catch of the game today. We'll go with that one. Sponsored by Catch Des Moines. The Iowa State Fair is back August 13th through the 23rd. Catch Fair Spirit and plan your trip at iowastatefair.org. Great play by Ian in left field for the catch of the game.
One away and a man at first. It's Merlin Valdez, the batter, and he takes a pitch inside. I'm thinking on a warm night, even though these guys are in great condition, Ron, when you make a sprint of 30 or 40 yards, as Ian just did, I'm thinking you might get just slightly dizzy when you jam on the brakes and then look up and try to make the catch of that ball.
Yeah, it's, and then you gotta, it's just a tough play. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Ian has learned how to make that play from playing all these years at Wrigley.
Here comes the 1-1 from Shota Imanaga. It's pulled on the ground, foul. Well, let's take a look at a little baseball history, see what's happened on this day. This date in baseball history brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. It's time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. Shota to the belt. The left-hander fires. This is a foul on the ground left side again. Cubs turned a triple play on this date in 1965. It was the fourth inning of Game 2 of a twin bill at Wrigley. The Cubs playing the Pirates, and it came against Roberto Clemente.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure Ron Santo told me about this play. Here's a pitch high and outside for a ball. It was a line drive. Pirates had a couple of men on base. And a line drive to Glenn Beckert. He caught it, fed the ball to Don Kessinger to double up the runner who had danced off second, and the throw to Ernie Banks to complete the triple play.
Wow.
Strike three, and that's out number 2. Valdez is out on strikes. And the batter is Ryan O'Hearn, a swinging strike 3.
Fourth punch out in the game for Shota. Excellent pitch to get that punch out. Cubs strikeouts. They're sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
O'Hearn checks and takes low. Lights just about to take full effect here at PNC Park. More fans leaving over Clementi Bridge.
Paul Skeens pitched. They got their bobblehead, and he came out. Cubs take a big lead, and they're leaving.
Here's a pitch down low for a ball. 2 down, a man at first. The Clementi Bridge. I was reading about the bridges because we've talked about them before. They have 3, I think they're called sister bridges, and we can ask Cindy Boyden, the engineer. Here's a line drive caught by Swanson. That ends the inning. Pirates don't score. We go to inning number 7. It's the Cubs 8 and the Pirates nothing. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Craig Counsell. Pat and Ron call every game here on the
Chicago with members-only sweepstakes, plus everyday savings that stack automatically. Start with 20 cents off per gallon on first fill-up and save 25 cents per gallon on your first 4 purchases with Plus Pay. Hit Premier status and unlock even more. So what are you waiting for? Download the Club Sitco app today and you're good to go. Savings good up to 30 gallons only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Hey, it's Pat Hughes here for North Shore Adult Diapers. In all seriousness, everyone knows someone worrying about control problems. And for many, the store brands don't get the job done. They leak. It's time to switch to North Shore, the MVP of adult diapers, so your loved ones can live with the freedom and dignity they deserve. North Shore will send out samples that stay dry 3 times longer than the store brands. That's North Shore Adult Diapers at northshore.com. And focus on life, not leaks.
Hey Cubs fans, when the game ends, the music starts in New Lenox. The New Lenox Summer Concert Series brings world-class live music to the New Lenox Village Commons. The lineup includes Men at Work and Toad the Wet Sprocket, Big and Rich, Andy Grammer, Blue Oyster Cult, and Roger Daughtry. Affordable tickets, free parking, close to home. Fun for the whole family. Get tickets now at newlenox.net/concerts.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
We move to inning number 7. It's all Cubs tonight, 8-0. All Skeens lead. We move to inning number 7. It's all Cubs tonight, 8-0. All Skeens leaving in that 6th inning. He did not give up all of the runs, but he was charged with 5 of them. And he's on the hook right now for the loss. Not that this game is over, not by any means, but it is the 7th, and the Cubs lead by 8. Pedro Ramirez leads it off. Pedro against the right-hander will take outside for a ball. Ron Marinaccio still doing the pitching for the Pirates. We were talking about the bridges, though. They're relatively famous landmarks here in Pittsburgh. Here's a line drive toward right field, and that's going to be a base hit. Trapped out there by the right fielder, Valdez. And another quality at-bat and result by Pedro Ramirez, Ron.
Yeah, second at-bat. Second time he's been on base, walked and scored a run in his last AB where he walked against Skeens in that 5-run inning. And now singles.
Leadoff base hit. Here's Dansby Swanson. Well, you talk about productivity from the bottom of the order. Cubs have done that beautifully tonight. Swanson's been on base 3 times in the number 8 spot. And he takes inside for a ball. He had an RBI double and a single. He scored a couple, and he also had a walk. But these famous bridges here in Pittsburgh, they're named after 3 iconic figures. The great Roberto Clemente is the first one, and that's the one just outside the ballpark here, fittingly. The next bridge over is the Andy Warhol Bridge. Andy, the artist. I guess he did a variety of things. He was mainly an artist, I would call him. And Rachel Carson. Now, she was a naturalist and an author. Swanson swings and misses. Now, I remember a few years ago, Ron, I was saying, I read that title, naturalist. It's very impressive sounding, but I thought, I really have no idea what a naturalist is.
I didn't then, and I don't now.
See, I was thinking with the possibility of each of us, or one of us maybe, acquiring knowledge after our discussion, that we would be a little better versed to discuss it in the future. Here's a deep drive to left, but it's playable for Reynolds, and he'll make the catch. And I remember I said to you, as we found out that Rachel Carson was a great naturalist and author, and I've heard of her, but I just couldn't place exactly her spot in history. And I said, if somebody said to you, "Hi, Ron Coomer, I'm a naturalist," what would you say to that person?
I would think they like.
Here's Miguel Amaya taking outside for a ball.
I don't know if I quite say that on the air. I think they're not wearing a lot of clothes. This would be my natural.
Well, now we're getting into a different area.
I don't disagree. I said was.
Better get back to the game. Here's say swinging a chopper foul.
I mean, a naturalist.
Tight slider on that pitch there, Ron.
So what would you say? We'll veer. We'll option the other direction.
Well, no,
what is a naturalist?
Well, the last time I asked you, you had a very comical answer also. I said, what if somebody said, "Hi, I'm a naturalist," what would you say? You would say, "Congratulations." Here is a swing and a miss by Miguel Amaya.
That's just me not knowing what the heck they mean.
But it was very polite to congratulate them.
Way to go.
Sort of.
Yeah, sure.
But it says a naturalist is a person who studies plants and animals and practices naturalism in art or literature. It's not an easy word to say when you've not said it for several years. Here's a pitch down low, and the count 1-2.
And that was Rachel Carson, an American marine biologist, author, and environmentalist who did some important work in the 1960s.
So you say she was also a Marine? Is that what you said?
Marine biologist.
I wanted Zach to say it.
Her 1962 book, Silent Spring.
Oh, I read that one.
Did you really? Tell us about it, Ron.
We got a lot of ball games still left here.
You probably thought it was a baseball book when you picked it up, right? 3-2 on Miguel Amaya. The runner goes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Throw to second base. A late tag. That's a stolen base for Miguel Amaya. And in the 7th inning of a game, he's stealing a bag. Is that Pedro Ramirez?
Pedro Ramirez
stole second. So he got 2 outs and a steal. And Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate. Pete with a pair of doubles and a single. And he lines one to deep right field. This ball's got a chance. Gone. Home run, Pete Crow Armstrong. And the Cubs now lead 10-0. A line drive to the stands in right. You can hear the Cub fans here at PNC Park. And Pete now is a triple shy of a cycle, and he might get another plate appearance later on.
Boy, no doubt have a day. He would have the cycle right now. The one double that he hit with Amaya on first, that would have been a triple for sure. But Amaya ended up stopping at third base. Pete hits a line drive bullet. His 4th hit of the ball game. He's got a homer, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, and a stolen base. That's having a day.
He's driven in 4. He has scored 2. What a night he is having. Did that ball leave the park in a hurry? I barely had time to call it.
Yeah, that was a line drive bullet.
For Pete, his 23rd of the year. He homered in last night's game. He's got 60 runs batted in. You don't see many leadoff hitters leading their team in RBIs. Look out. Now, Seiya gets hit by the pitch. This might be as a result of the stolen base taking place with the 8-run deficit. What do you think?
Yeah, it could be. The pitch was a cutter. It was not a fastball. But, that ball had a little spin to it, and it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm sure the Pirates are none too pleased that a base was stolen, in an 8-0 game in the 7th.
I'm sure somebody will talk to Pedro Ramirez about that. It's kind of one of those unwritten rules. I've always heard 6 and 6. If it's the 6th inning or later, and it's a 6-run lead or more, you don't steal bags. You don't swing on 3-0. You don't take the extra base. Do you agree with that?
I do, yeah. I definitely, I just think you got to look around the field and just make sure that you're not, you don't want to embarrass the opposing team. They're having a rough night, and Cubs have been scoring big runs here in the last 3 innings. I just think you want to just play out the game.
And you know that you've been on the other side of that coin.
Absolutely.
And it's not fun, and it's just kind of a matter of sportsmanship more than anything else.
I would agree.
But some of the young guys who are still, kind of ambitious and still trying to make a name for themselves, they haven't completely learned that rule yet, and they just need to be taught. That's all.
They're just full speed ahead. They're trying to do whatever they can do to make a positive play in a big league ball game.
10-0 Cubs. We're in the 7th. We'll get back to Rachel Carson later. Here's a line drive base hit to right. Jamison Tyone in the dugout right now is saying, gentlemen, this is great, but please save some of these for tomorrow when I'm pitching.
Second into the ball game for Michael Bush. He's got a couple driven in and another single. Bushy 2 for 5 on the day.
2 down, 2 on, top of the 7th. Cubs out hitting the Pirates 13-4. The game is full of surprises.
Yeah.
In a game started by Paul Skeens, what are the odds that in the 7th inning of that game, Skeens' team would be trailing 10-0?
Yeah, that's the tip of the cap to Shota too. He's thrown up 6 goose eggs and only 4 hits. The Cubs offense here in the middle of the game has been just on fire.
Bregman needs a hit.
Pitch is called the ball to catch a challenge.
Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
And it
Ball's
was
over
a strike.
Pittsburgh has 2 remaining.
Still have 2 remaining.
Coming in live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
2 outs, 2 on. Bregman waiting for the pitch. And he will hit a ground ball wide of third. Diving stop by Triolo. Throws to second. Gets his man. Excellent play by Jared Triolo, the Pirate third baseman. Cubs settle for the 2-run home run by Pete Armstrong as they get a couple more runs to their lead. It's 10-0.
Cubs game all season long. Rahimi, Harrison, Grody. Middays 10-2 on 104.3 The Score.
Want to rethink possible? How about being an investor? Not just in your future, but in the future. Well, it all starts with Invesco QQQ. For more than 25 years, this single ETF has given investors a direct line to the NASDAQ 100. That's 100 leading innovators behind advances in personal tech, science, and robotics, just to name a few. And you can access it all with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 Index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. finances. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Whoa, boss. How did that happen?
Mind your business.
I mean, how did a forklift make a shish kebab out of our company truck?
I said mind your business, Billy. It's why we have auto owners. We work with an independent agent to customize our policies. So when the unexpected happens, we know we're covered. Because unlike you, minding our business is their business.
Oh, that's simply human sense.
Ask Olson Insurance Group in Oak Forest if auto owners make sense for you.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit Color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Marcell Ozuna will lead off. The new Cub pitcher is Javier Assad. And the pitch to Ozuna is a strike. Quality start by Shota Imanaga. It's his game to win, and what a job he did. 6 shutout innings, 4 hit ball. The next offering missing outside. Quality starts by Cubs pitchers, brought to you by Benjamin Moore. Start your next project with quality paints from Benjamin Moore, official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Assad will flip a strike in there, and the count 1-2. Beautiful summer night here in Pittsburgh. 81 degrees at game time. Fly ball fouled off to the right, out of play, off the bat of Ozuna. Cubs trying to make it 2 in a row to start this series. A hard-fought 3-2 win last night in 10 innings. Fly ball to right again, slicing into almost the exact same spot.
Yeah, going into this ball game today, knowing both pitchers have been very good as of late, you did not expect bottom of the 7th inning to be a 10-0 ball game.
Another foul ball, and I mean, the same fan could have caught all 3 of those. I hope that's not the case.
Share the wealth a little bit.
Yeah. And now the 1-2 from the stocky right-hander Javier Assad. Tapped slowly on the ground back to the mound, fielded by Assad. Flips to first in time. Ozuna not really racing as hard as he could, running down the first baseline. Fans get on him a little bit. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Rahimi, Harris, and Grody, middays 10 a.m. to 2 on 104.3 The Score. This is the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
One away. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cubs on top 10-0. Jared Triolo, the batter. Triolo 0 for 2, twice has flied to center. Swings late and misses, and the count 0-2. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Getting some information about the attendance. It's a big crowd. Bounce to short, routine for Swanson, and that's going to turn into out number 2.
Now, sellout today. 7th inning is sponsored by Volvo XC90. Room for everyone, ready for wherever the road takes you. 39,114. Patrick?
Very good. We'll see how we did in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Fly ball to left. This is going to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 for Javier Assad as Happ makes the catch of the ball hit by Jacob Gonzalez. It's 10-0 Cubs as we go to the 8th inning on The Score in the Northwestern Met.
Choose Bradley University. Whether you're building robots, training on cutting-edge medical simulators, or diving into sports communication, Bradley prepares you. You'll cheer on D1 athletics, study abroad, and choose from over 200 student organizations. Plus, you'll benefit from competitive internships, community-focused research, and a top-tier education that provides a proven return on investments. Apply today at bradley.edu.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55-plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
New car, used car, or electric car, Consumers Credit Union delivers competitive rates and flexible terms. Join the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA. At myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Pirates have a new pitcher in the game. And we'll identify him momentarily. Brandon Eisert. E-I-S-E-R-T. Brandon Eisert is the new left-handed Pirate hurler. Cubs on top 10-0, out hitting Pittsburgh 13-4.
This 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
And Zach has all kinds of information regarding the attendance, and he's going to share that information with us. Zach did all the research. James Triantos is pinch hitting for the Cubs.
This is his first big league at bat.
Triantos, born in Fairfax, Virginia, not too far from here. 5'11", 195-pounder. And he lines a base hit to right. James Triantos in his first big league at bat. Singles into right field. Save that baseball for his trophy case.
Well, that is outstanding. Come up to home plate, your first big league at bat, and you just shoot a line drive the other way. So congratulations to him.
What an exciting moment.
Oh, yeah.
Now he takes his lead like there's nothing to it.
Yeah.
Justin Dean, the batter. Craig Counsell going to his bench, letting some of the younger guys get some playing time and letting some of the veterans get some much-needed rest. Day game tomorrow. Certainly looks like the Cubs are going to have a chance to sweep all 3. So James Triantos in his major league debut singles. Let's see, what else does Zach have here? 39,105 is the attendance. Now, I had 39,114 earlier.
That's what they said on the
It's
114.
The 39,105 tonight is the biggest crowd since 39,114.
So now I'm even more confused. Here's a swing and a miss by James Dean, and he is out number 1. 1 away and a man at first. Okay, Zach, I've got the sheet that you handed me. It says attendance.
Yes.
39,105.
That is the attendance tonight. It's the biggest crowd they've had here since July 20th, 2024 against the Phillies when they had 39,114 fans back on July 20th, 2024.
I gotcha. Okay. And Ron Coomer, you are the winner in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game.
Yep. I heard 39,114. That's what I'm going with.
Line drive, base hit to the gap. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Pedro Ramirez with a double. Triantos is going to score. And the Cubs have opened up the lead even larger. It's 11-0 here in the 8th inning. Triantos scoring his first run. And does he have a happy look on his face in that Cubs first base dugout?
That's a pretty good debut. You single and then score 2 hitters later on a double and a gap. So for Ramirez, he's walked, singled, stole a base, two runs scored and an RBI. So a pretty nice night for Ramirez also. Boy, has the bottom of the lineup done its job tonight.
Here's Dansby Swanson. He's been a major contributor. Dansby a walk, a single, a double. Lined out his last time up. His defense continues just to be one of the joys of watching Cubs baseball. Just the plays he makes. His head is always in the game. And he's not the only one. The Cubs have a great defensive team. I would say it's got to be one of the best defensive teams in all of baseball.
Yeah.
And I'm a little biased, and I don't see every other team play as much as I do the Cubs. But there's a strong defensive player at so many spots and elite defensive players at 2 or 3.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I don't think you could make a case for any team in Major League Baseball that has a better defense than the Chicago Cubs. I just don't think so.
Is there a better center fielder than Pete Crow Armstrong?
No,
anywhere?
I don't think so. I think when you look at defense and you look to set up the best defense you could, you want to be strong up the middle. That's been something everybody's talked about for years. And the Cubs, you get Gold Glovers all the way up the middle.
Dansby Swanson, Nico Horner, a terrific second baseman.
Yeah.
PCA in center. The catchers are solid. Carson Kelly and Miguel Amaya. Alex Bregman at third. Ron, you played third. How would you rank him?
He's an excellent defender. Very good. Way above average for sure. One of the elite defenders.
2-2 pitch taken.
Pitch called, strike, batter challenging.
And that might be challenged by the Pirates. It is.
Ball strike challenge, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
Call's overturned. You have 2 remaining.
Oh, I get it. Dansby challenged that one. He thought it was inside, and it was. So he's still up there. Swanson waiting for the 3-2 from the left-hander. And he hits a high pop fly foul. Right side. This is going to drift out of play. (11-0) Cubs here in the 8th inning. Please stay tuned for the toast of the game. Ron Coomer will name the Benny's Beverage Depot toast of the game ball player. That's coming up in the 9th. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Swanson chops one foul. Zach Zaidman, you might be able to hear him preparing the post-game show. I'm not sure what sounds you would exactly hear in that regard. But stay tuned for it anyway.
Yeah.
Because he's working on it. The old National Bank Cubs radio post-game show, the official bank of the Cubs radio network. The scorebook's getting a little on the messy side. How about yours?
Yeah, these last 3 innings for the Cubs, last 3 or 4 innings, been a lot of people come to the plate.
And did you put WW? Wasn't watching? Fly ball to right center. Mangum makes the catch, and that ends the inning. As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cubs 11, Pirates nothing. This is the score and Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Supporting Cubs fans at Wrigley Field for generations with trusted restroom solutions. Today, that commitment continues throughout the concourse with bottle fillers delivering clean drinking water all season long. Learn more at Sloan.com.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi? For what?
Better not to know.
Get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in your price for 5 years and see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Benny's goes to the dogs. Every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to area service dog charities. Here's toasting to man's best friend. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal, too. Right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid.
Nice.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus $1,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Santa Fe. Or get up to $3,000 total savings on the Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid. Offer ends August 3rd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Heard in a crash? Someone else's fault? Call D&W, Chicago's injury law group. They'll fight to make it right. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
Back in Pittsburgh, 11-0 Cubs as we
88-88.
Back in Pittsburgh, 11-0 Cubs as we get set for the bottom of the 8th inning. Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, they've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Cubs, the official source for your Chicago Cubs gear. Pat?
All right, Zach, thank you. Henry Davis batting for the Pirates, takes low and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Javier Assad still on the mound in relief. It is Shota Imanaga's game to win, and he pitched magnificent shutout ball over 6 innings.
Yeah, you really can't do it much better. You're facing the league's reigning Cy Young Award winner, and you just outpitched him.
Did you say it's raining, Ron? Here's a pitch inside, and the batter gets hit.
That one caught Davis in that right, I believe, at the right elbow as he started to swing, and then that ball hit him.
James Triantos is playing second base. Justin Dean is in center. Michael Conforto comes in to play left field.
That ball hit right off the knob of the bat is what it hit, but it did get a piece of him. So
Nico Horner gets the last few minutes off. Same with Ian Happ and Pete Crow Armstrong. They get to rest a little bit and get ready for tomorrow's day game. Cubs are going to have a chance to sweep all 3. The wind has died down. Flag's just hanging. They have a beautiful American flag out beyond the left center field fence here. No balls and 2 strikes on Jake Mangum.
Yeah, if you like to travel and you want to follow the Cubs somewhere fairly close that you can either fly quickly or drive here, this is some kind of ballpark. This is a beautiful place to come and watch some games.
Bouncer foul left side. We are located right behind home plate, slightly off to the first base side. But it's one of the highest perches that we have. I think the only one higher would be Washington. But we are a good, what would you say, 6 stories above ground level?
Oh, easy, yeah.
Here's the 0-2, swing and a miss. It's a strikeout for Assad. Mangum is out on strikes, and the batter, Nick Gonzalez.
Put it this way, we are so far up and back that there is no chance of getting a ball here.
No, not even close.
There's been nothing even remotely close to getting a ball up here.
Assad now to face Nick Gonzalez, who drives one to deep right. Going back is Suzuki near the wall. makes the catch while backpedaling against the fence. Nice play by Seiya. Scampering back to first is the Pirate runner Davis. And there are 2 down. And it brings up Tyler Callahan.
Gonzalez, one of the league's leading hitters, hitting well over 300. Smoked that ball to right center or to right field. Excellent play by Suzuki.
I thought it was a G. It's a C. It's Tyler Callahan. These are live broadcasts.
So in one spot, they've got Cook hitting. And then in the other spot, on the same scoreboard, they got Callahan hitting. So, Pat, you can decide whoever you feel like should be hitting is hitting. How's that?
Tyler Cookahan is batting.
There you go. Yeah.
Just call the ball to catch the challenger.
Cookahan, huh?
Well, you just split the difference.
Yeah,
you give him a half and half.
Yep.
A little higher.
Ball's overturned. Scott got 2 remaining.
I'm sure there's a reason why they crank up the umpire's audio to levels 3 and 4 times higher than necessary.
Yeah.
Want to make sure they can hear them over in Delaware.
Yeah, there's no doubt. They can. I mean.
So I'm going to go with Callahan since his name is on the board.
Yeah. I think they took the Cook name off the board. That was good. Took him about 4 pitches, but that's okay.
2 down, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Callahan. I'll be darned, it does say Callahan in the offseason works as a cook. Go figure.
And there you have it.
Now the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3, inning over. Good job by Javier Assad. We go to the 9th inning. Cubs 11. Pirates nothing on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs radio.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
How many people can say they've had a section of their spine removed? I can. I'm Jeff, and when my team at Northwestern Memorial Hospital found a rare tumor on my spine, my neuro-oncologist and neurosurgeon came up with a plan, resulting in a 14-hour surgery.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News & World Report, Jeff's team treated his 1 in a million condition. They removed the tumor and vertebrae in one piece, then rebuilt his spine with a metal frame. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager, hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
Hey fans, why does flying Southwest Airlines from Chicago just make sense? Reliable, flexible, enjoyable. We're full of ibbles and obbles and proud of it.
Getting set for the top of the 9th here in Pittsburgh. 11-0 Cubs. The 9th inning is sponsored by Circa Resort. Getting set for the top of the 9th here in Pittsburgh. 11-0 Cubs. The 9th inning is sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. And just circling back to something we talked about earlier, Rachel Carson, who has one of the bridges here in Pittsburgh named after her.
Yes.
Yeah, she wrote a famous book in 1962 called Silent Spring. And the reason that she has the bridge named after her is because of that book, where she exposed the use of synthetic pesticides that devastated ecosystems and human health.
Michael Conforto will lead off this inning. I was reading about her earlier myself, Zach, and it said a naturalist is a person who studies plants and animals practices naturalism in art or literature, or believes that only natural laws and forces operate in the world. Not sure exactly what all of that means, Ron, but it sounds very profound.
You got me. Yeah, it sounds great.
Zach, did you want to take a crack?
Well, that book that she wrote because of all those things.
Please tell me about it. Here's a breaking ball outside to Conforto.
Forced sweeping policy changes in our country, and it led to a nationwide ban on the kind of pesticides that create health issues and environmental problems.
So that was a good thing. Here is a swing and a pop-up by Conforto and a sliding catch by the new left fielder, Parker. Suzuki the batter. Actually, that is Mangum in left. One and 0 on Suzuki. Seiya with a 2-run single earlier. Look out, the pitch up and in from Tyler Callahan. Not a knockdown pitch. Tyler is an everyday player, a position player, and that just got away from him.
Yeah.
And the pitch on the way to Seiya. He chops it foul. Some of the fans have left. Droves of people now on the Clemente Bridge. Seiya swings and fouls another one away. Cubs trying to get to 14 games above 500. That's not yet a high water mark. I think they were above that earlier in the season. But it's the highest they've been, I would say, in at least the last 2 months.
Yep.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Suzuki is out on strikes. One away here in the 9th inning, or actually 2 down. 2 down in the 9th, and the batter is Michael Busch. Now, did you ever face a position player batting late in a game, Ron? You must have done it once or twice.
I did, yep, absolutely, yep. Yeah.
You remember who it was?
I don't. Usually it was a utility player, so not a...
Busch hits a base hit down the left field line. And the Cubs have their 17th hit of the game. They lead 11-0.
Third baseman Alex Bregman.
Bushy with his 3rd hit of the ball game. At this point of the game, you just want to get the game over with.
Yep.
You really don't, I didn't really want to do much. You just try to get the game over with and be done.
Fly ball to shallow left, the shortstop out, and Gonzalez makes the catch to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Cubs breezing, leading 11-0 over the Pirates on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs.
Boom here. Stats don't lie. Want MVP numbers in a light beer? That's Yingling Flight. 0.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, refreshing. That's elite efficiency. Other beers, padding stats with extra carbs, no flavor. Care about your beer stats? The choice is obvious. Yingling Flight is dominating. Numbers don't lie, Chicago. Yingling Flight, the next generation light beer. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Welcome to Old National Bank. Is that a suit of bubble wrap?
Hi. Yeah, I'm all about protecting myself and my finances. I understand Old National takes protection seriously.
You bet. We protect you with advanced fraud monitoring and secure digital banking to protect you today, and dedicated personal bankers to protect your tomorrow.
I'm impressed.
So bubble wrap, huh?
Yeah, came with my couch.
Financial protection for today and tomorrow. Old National Bank. Just another reason to get old. Member FDIC.
Man, with these Bosch lasers, I can knock out the job. You tell him, champ. Who are you?
I'm your inner Bosch.
My inner...
Bosch, baby. I'm that feeling you get when you got a job on the ropes.
Like a window install?
One you're about to knock out with Bosch lasers.
Oh.
More like KO, am I right?
Was that a punchline?
Sure was, Laser Man.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Whether it's your first time up at bat or advancing your career with graduate study, National Louis University offers career-focused business programs built for your future. NLU means business. Visit NLU.edu today.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago...
means business. Visit NLU.edu today.
This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs.
Esmeralyn Valdez lines a base hit into center. Valdez collecting his first hit of the game, a leadoff single against Javier Assad. What else you got, Zach?
This copyrighted broadcast, Pat, is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs. They may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Also, I believe Pedro Ramirez is now playing first base for the Cubs, Pat.
Very good. The runner will not be held on. The lead is substantial. 11-0 Cubs. Billy Cook will hit a ground ball to second, throw to second one, and that's all. Triantos gloving it and shoveling the ball to Dansby Swanson. They get the lead runner on the 4-6 fielder's choice. Well, it's time for the toast of the game, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. Benny's is the official champagne provider of the Cubs, and that's your call every game. Who do you like for the Benny's toast of the game?
Well, we're going to have two guys today as our toast of the game ball player. The first guy, Pete Crow Armstrong, single in the first, a double in the fifth to drive in a run, and then scored a run. A double in the sixth, scored a run.
Fly ball to center. It's going to be caught out there by Justin Dean, and the Pirates are down to their last chance.
And then a two-run homer in the seventh for Pete. Two doubles, a two-run bomb, and a single and a stolen base. So he will be one of our toast of the game ball players. And then the other one will be Shota Imanaga. Shota with a great performance today for the Cubs. Shota's numbers today: 6 innings, 4 hits, 4 punch-outs, 1 walk, no runs, and he outpitched the reigning Cy Young Award winner, Paul Skeens. So coming into this game, you know, a tall task facing Skeens, and Shota really stepped up and pitched a great ball game for the Cubs.
I'm sure it's a game that Shota will never forget.
Yep, absolutely.
Jared Triolo will take a strike, and the Pirates are down to their last strike. Cub fans standing and having a very enjoyable Saturday night here in Pennsylvania. Thousands of Cubby fans decked out in blue, some wearing uniforms. Most of those say Coomer on the back. Here's a fastball, strike 3 call. The ball game is over, and the Cubs have clobbered the Buccos by a score of 11-0. Cubs start to celebrate, and it is time to fly the W. Fly the W, sponsored by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the Chicago Cubs. We'll be back with the totals in a minute. Cubs 11, Pirates nothing on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Rahimi, Harris, and Grody. Middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
From the ballpark to the beach, Sea Glass wines are here to help you unwind. Sustainably crafted and refreshingly delicious, Sea Glass brings you the bright, crisp taste of California's Central Coast. No matter where the game takes you, whether you're meeting up before the game or kicking back after a well-earned win, Sea Glass is the perfect companion. So relax, refresh, and find your coastal state of mind with Sea Glass, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. Hey, it's Brew. Between my radio show, filming content, editing videos, and trying to stay connected with family, reliable, fiber-powered Wi-Fi with the best equipment at one price for 5 years, guaranteed. No contracts or commitments. Plus, Xfinity makes getting connected simple with same-day Wi-Fi so you can get online in minutes. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber or coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Chicago weather is tough. Your home siding should be tougher. Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com. Lopsided game, Cubs win 11.com. Lopsided game, Cubs win 11-0. 11 runs on 16 hits and 1 error for the Cubs. No runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Pirates. The winning pitcher is Shota Imanaga. He improves to 7-8. The losing pitcher, Paul Skeens, he drops to 9-9. A save for Javier Assad, his first of the year, and in fact, the first of his career. 2 hours and 48 minutes of ball in front of 39,105. And it is time, as we said, to fly the W. I think we've already taken care of that business. So the Cubs have a chance now, Ron, to sweep the series tomorrow.
Yeah, excellent ball game for the Cubs. This is one of those days where, going into the game, you thought this is going to be a really good, pitching duel. And it was for the first 4 innings. Cubs throw up 3 in the 5th and then 5 in the 6th and just kind of blow the game open. Skeens came out of the game in that 6th inning, or in that 5th inning. But just scored a lot of runs, get a lot of hits. So great game, and tomorrow got a chance to sweep a series.
And Ron, here's one final thought. With that save by Javier Assad, North Shore Adult Diapers makes another donation to the North